Okay.
It
Okay.
ain't always like that. I mean, as you get older, you become you have some sort of control, and everything is not a um. Let me see what I'm trying to figure out the word I'm trying to say here. Sex is not a. It's a big deal to me, but it's not like it used to be. You know what I mean? It used to be a big deal. Now it's okay. But if I'm involved with somebody,
Thank
of
you, Miss
course it's a
Shakira.
big
You
deal.
just sending, always sending.
She's so sweet. I'm telling you, she's sweet.
You
Yeah,
know,
you always
and
showing love, crazy love.
if you have a man that's in his upper 50s and he has a roster, that's a problem, in my
Mm.
opinion. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
Man, let's go ahead, let's go.
In my opinion, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But a guy that's I talked to a guy. I was at the barber shop this morning. This dude was 65 years old. He told me, talking about rosters, he got 10 women on his roster at 65.
Mm-mm.
I said, brother, are you serious?
Mm.
He said, yeah, disco, man, you know how I do. He said, man, you know how it is. I said, man, I did that when I was young, bro. I did that when I was young, man. I mean, how old are you, man? I'm 64, 65. I said, brother, you too old for that. He got a little mad, which is cool. He wasn't gonna do nothing. He got a little upset in the chair, which is fine. He stayed in the chair and get mad, but I told him what it was. You can't at 65. That's that. He said he go to these different clubs. He's out on Saturday nights, Friday, Saturday nights. At 65, that is not a good look. Absolutely not a good look for a man of his stature at 65 years of age. You should not be outdoors except on your patio in the back smoking a cigar
That's a
at
fact.
65.
I wish I could smoke one now, but they won't let me.
You know.
Y'all, I'm sorry if y'all hearing snoring. It's my husband.
Ooh, that's your husband? Boy, I thought you had a damn
Let me
moose in
mute
your
this
house.
mic.
I thought you had a dead moose. I thought you was killing mooses. I,
I done told her to fix that man pillow.
I said that damn Shakira, she live in a damn country. She out there killing
Oh
Man.
shit!
mooses. She out there killing
He
mooses.
getting it in. Hubby ain't playing. Hubby say
You
I'm
don't put that
gone.
man to sleep, y'all.
You put
Oh
him to
my
sleep, Shakira. You
god,
put him
that
to
was
sleep. You put
priceless,
that old thing
man.
on him. You put that old thing on, put him right
That
on
was
sleep.
No, he actually
priceless.
put himself to sleep. Like
Oh, okay. He
he
put himself to sleep, so he helped
I was
Hubby
himself
ain't
went
I
on to
was so
sleep.
playing.
live when he came in the room. I already knew. I
Okay.
was like, man, I just need to go on and get up because I know this is gonna end
But
badly.
how you able to talk without waking him up?
Because because of that, he hear himself.
You put him to sleep. You did that, huh? You called him. You put him to sleep fast.
Shakira, let me ask you, sweetie, since we talk back and forth. How long have you guys been married? You don't mind me.
26 years.
Okay. What is a healthy, in your opinion, what is a healthy sex life for someone who's been married 20 plus years? What's a healthy sex? Because somebody asked me a question today too as well for my show for next week about a healthy.
Whew.
How many times should someone of our age, up in our 40s and 50s, 60s, a
I'm a,
week should
Woo,
have
Lord.
smacks?
So I'm gonna say we have had two phases.
Okay,
Well, actually three. I'm gonna say three because before we had our children, it was having smacks every day, all the time.
okay,
Then when we started having kids and we got married, it was a couple times a week, maybe three, four, depending on
okay,
he was in the military when we met. So we went through the military life, and then now that my children are grown and out of the house, because a lot goes on when you are raising your children. You get tired, you get that everyday life, and just things happen over the course of time. So um maybe 2 to 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a week.
okay. Christina, when you were married, correct?
I was.
And you have children?
I do
Yes.
not have children. No,
You okay? You do not.
no.
For you now, it's a little different for you. You guys didn't have children. So what was
Well,
your
I had a stepdaughter that I took care of, and I had
stepdaughter?
custody of. Yeah, that
Okay,
was my baby.
and he
She
was in
stayed
the
with us
and she was in the house with you, correct?
24/7. Yep, that was her.
Okay, so how was that with a stepchild in the household as far as your
That man was 10 years older than me. I used to wear his behind out.
here you go. The man
I
can't
used to
he
wear
can't even
that man.
talk for
That man
himself.
couldn't do
Don't
nothing
say that.
but
Don't say
stare
that.
at the ceiling. Okay,
Okay, you
he
used to
couldn't do
break
nothing
him
but
off.
stare at the ceiling. That was it.
You used to tear him up.
Yeah, I feel sorry for whoever my next husband gonna be. I'm gonna tear him up too.
Uh,
I
Ain't nobody
can't
scared
wait.
of you.
I can't wait.
Ain't
This,
nobody
hey,
scared of
Scott, what
you.
you say, Scott?
Ain't nobody scared of you.
I cannot wait.
Ain't
I'm gonna
nobody scared
pay
of
him
you.
alive. Do you hear me?
Ooh, Lord.
Ain't
Poor,
nobody
poor
said,
fella. That's all I can say.
boy, ain't nobody, Christine, ain't nobody scared of you. Come on now.
Okay.
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 Okay. So you've been holding it on. You've been
Yeah.
just holding it, holding. Okay.
I feel sorry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Now who's my other lady in there? Where is she at? Where did she go?
She's on coffee. I see she got
That's what that mean when your phone get tired. It go turn. It go turn
I'm
to
back,
that.
Disco. I'm back.
Okay. So for you, are you married now? Yes or no?
I'm
No.
divorced.
Okay. So when you were um happily married, what was and you guys have children? Yes or no? I couldn't remember.
Yes.
Okay. So what was how many children did you guys have? Do you guys have together?
3.
Three. Okay. So a perfect what was a perfect timing for you guys with I know it's kind of hectic with three children in the household. How do you do how was your smex? Your intimacy sessions?
Well, both of us are really young, so that didn't bother us.
Okay.
We probably would have made 4 or 5 more children by now.
Woo. Y'all in the house running around there, boy, just with drawers flying through the air. I hear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that with the drawers flying. I like that household.
He was asking, I don't know if you heard him, but he was trying to ask, I guess, what's a healthy routine that people should have for because he got his next show coming up. You probably missed it because I think you had jumped off. Did you hear it?
Oh, okay, yeah. So we, um,
Like
mm,
once a week, once a
I don't
year,
know. Once a
twice?
week is not enough.
Okay. Okay, because
But I
that's
mean, I don't
cool.
know if it go off the age or what have you. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 times a week is pretty good.
For okay, all right.
Hey, I gotta tell y'all something. I'm
Oh,
also a herbal nurse, right? So I make remedies and stuff, right?
oh,
That's
here
how
we
I make my
go.
side money.
Look at
So
me,
if you
Here
Scott.
we
I
ever
miss
go.
need
you.
something for down there, I got it.
Here we go.
Oh, send it to me now.
We
I
got
can
a
send it to
we
you.
got old witch doctor in the house. Here we go.
That's
Some of that
right.
old
That's
hoodoo.
right.
Some of
That's
that old
right.
hoodoo.
Okay, whatever you want to call it, but it's gonna work.
Where you live at, Christina?
South
What?
Carolina.
South Carolina or North?
Yep. South Carolina.
You have to send me some of that. You know what? At my age,
I got a
and
whole website, baby.
I am so
Send me
lucky.
the link. Send me that link.
At
I'm gonna
my
send it to you.
age, at my age, I don't have to use any of that. So what my doctor, I get checkups twice a year. I have to do them twice a year because I get migraines real bad from playing football. I had 3 concussions, so I have to get 2 checkups every year to make sure that everything's functioning properly. Um, I get my test once a year, and the biggest killer of men's sex drive, smex drive, I keep, and
Cool.
as they're aging, smoking,
Mm-hmm.
drinking,
Mm-hmm.
cigarettes, weed, and now
Yep.
it's the pills.
Yep.
And you know, a lot of black men we don't eat right. We don't eat. We smoking and drinking, and we're taking the pills. And now, when we want to perform, we going to the gas station, getting getting them old packs of that old racing gas, and get them
Hey,
going.
Pastor.
And for me, I don't smoke or drink. I do smoke cigars from time to time, and I eat relatively healthy, so that keeps me okay.
Hey,
What's amazing to me is
hey.
my testosterone levels are still high for somebody
Mhm.
my age, which is really good for me.
Look at the
Uh,
pastor, Disco. Look at the pastor,
Look at the
Skull.
pastor. Look at the
She came in
pastor.
wanting to smoke,
Pastor, why you
Skull.
looking like that, pastor?
She wanting to
He
smoke,
know about
Skull.
Because of what we
disco.
talking about.
He
Get
know
her,
about
Skull.
disco.
Go
Pastor,
get her.
here go the pastor. What? Here she
I'm
go,
just
Pastor.
joking.
Now here go the pastor coming in the door.
Pastor, you know we gotta clock that T on disco.
Don't do that. Don't start that foolishness again.
But you all know, but you know what? Give Disco. When I tell y'all, me and Disco have never met each other in person. Disco, do you live in Chicago?
Yes, ma'am. Born and raised, southeast side of Chicago.
Wow.
Born
Y'all
and
know
raised.
what? Disco and I have never met each other in person, but from the first onset of meeting him out here on TikTok, he has totally been a full gentleman. Y'all know what? I came on here tonight because I want all y'all to get behind me. Cause I need y'all to ride on this joke out here named I'm gonna drop his name. I don't normally drop names, Angelita and Christina and Shakira, but I'm dropping names tonight. I'm dropping names. Look, I want y'all to help me whoop a joke out here. Y'all know Speak Easy? He
No,
can't
but get
stand.
him on here. Get him on here. Where he
He
at?
Why?
won't. Oh,
What's
he won't
wrong
come
with
in
him?
here. I blocked him, y'all. He won't come in here. But when I tell y'all that man tonight, he just and then had his disco. He had some guys up there on his platform that reminded me a lot of you with their looks, but they were so duds. And Janita, duds.
Why you
I
ain't
don't
bring
even
us? Why you ain't pin no? Why you ain't pin us to come in there with
cause at the end of the day, when that devil knows he can press buttons, he'll do that. And but
Mhm.
you know what? So I came back
you?
out
Speak
here tonight
easy.
with
That sound familiar.
But
bigger,
he's on
bigger. I came
Facebook.
out here
He's
tonight to
on
let you
Facebook,
guys
right?
know. Angelita, Christina, Shakira, Disco, the bigger play. When I tell y'all, this is one of the best platforms because y'all, we go off and then we come back and we go off again. And our opinions are opinions, or the facts are the facts, right? But here, still loving each other.
Wait, Pastor, we losing you.
Here go Pastor. You got
Y'all
that
lose.
boost on. Here
Pastor.
go that boost mobile. What's
Mhm.
wrong with y'all?
Don't
I
start
was I
disco.
We
was
don't, we
kind.
don't want to lose you.
Disco,
Come
Y'all
don't
on,
got
start
that.
with that Boost Mobile talk.
Y'all got that AOL with that dial up. Come
come
on
on,
now.
Pastor. We love to see you now. We can't. We come on. Don't you in the matrix? Come
I
on.
was so disturbed.
I want
Angelita,
Speak Easy to
Angelita,
come
I
on
needed
here.
you tonight. I was so disturbed. I didn't know what
Man,
to do.
why you ain't call me in?
See, listen
What
to
was
him.
he
See,
doing? What was
he
the
don't know
gentleman
who I
doing?
got.
What was he
Look
But
at,
talking
look at,
about?
look, Shakira roll up on him and bust.
but
So
Disco
will.
Y'all,
I
asking.
sure
Disco
will.
asking. Disco asking a question.
What did
go
he
ahead,
do?
Disco.
What was he talking about?
What's I want to come in here.
And
What
what's
His
is
his
he?
whole
name?
purpose. Oh, so his name, y'all, I'm dropping his name.
Where's
His
he
name is
from?
Speak Easy.
How you spell the
He's
He
on
speak?
say.
Facebook, right? He's on Facebook, right?
I don't know if
He's
he's
the one that
he's
shared.
on here, TikTok,
How you
TikTok.
But
spell the
I
speak,
think he shared
Pastor?
one of my
Speak
videos one
SPEAK.
time.
Speak Easy. He got a round head. Y'all, let me
You
tell
got to
y'all.
give us more than that, Pastor. You got to give us a little more than that. We can't find him off of that.
We can't
No, if you
find
on
nobody
TikTok,
with
he's on
old round
TikTok.
head, man. Come on now.
Yep. He's on TikTok. His name is Speak Easy. But what I will, so y'all asked me, what was he? He brought me up on his platform, which you do all the time, and he drops me every time he bring me up. Tonight, his big issue with me was you got that title in front of your name, but you a woman that don't submit. Oh, he had all kind of stuff going, right? And I told him, I said, are you gonna let me speak? Because if you do, y'all, let me go a little in front of the thing. How about he had some minions up there? The one minion up there, Angelita, heard me say or saw me down in the comments say, y'all, I gotta go back to work. I work for AA. I can't. Do y'all know that man pretty much tried to blast me? Let me see. Let me see.
It won't. Hold on. It won't. It ain't
It
doing it
won't.
right.
He tried to blast me, Angelita, and pretty much say that you did say about anonymous A, right? Now I never said that. Y'all know when I say AA, y'all know what I'm talking about. Aviation, right? This Joker connects with Speak Easy and pretty much made the people out there think I was Alcoholic Anonymous. Amen. I let them do
Oh
it.
my
Angelina.
God. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, and he was like, and you, okay, then Speak Easy was saying, and per the Bible, don't no woman have no
Is this
business.
him?
Yes, that's him. Per the Bible, don't no woman have no business leading the church. Whoever said I was leading the church because I was a pastor? First of all, I'm a pastor of operations for Another Chance Family Worship Center, but my husband and I pastored before he decided not to pastor anymore. Greater Love, Greater Works in Villa Park. So you mad at me? I told them guys tonight, I say, you all are mad at me because number one, I won't agree with you. But number two, you mad at God because I'm going to preach.
You know what, Pastor?
I know that's
Can I say something real quick? As a man, you said something about submission. I'm going to say this.
Hey, she going back in the matrix.
As a man, if you are dating a woman and the man is asking you to submit, that means he's not leading correctly. If a man is leading correctly, the woman is going to automatically submit.
Don't
A
you
man
make me
should
stop
never have
running.
to
Don't you
ask.
make me run, Disco. Don't make me run,
Yes.
Disco.
A man should never have to demand for his woman to submit. I had to
Give
learn
me
that
something
through
to
therapy.
submit to. Good
He
God
had
Almighty.
me.
Give
So
me, give me something
so
to submit
as
to.
a man, especially a black man, and dealing with black females, melanated sisters, I'm going to lead by example. So she'll have no other choice but to fall in line. Now, if I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to and she still won't submit, then that might be a problem within herself.
What about, why are you asking her? This is just, now this don't have nothing to do with y'all, okay? But what about, why are you asking a woman to submit and that word is from the Bible? But you ain't living worth dog meat. Get out of here and go sit down. I'm telling my sisters, I'm telling yes, I am. I'm going down in history. That's the reason why Speakeasy was mad at me. I'm going down in history saying this one. If that man don't follow Christ, don't you follow him to a dog fight. You understand me? Don't follow him.
You
Because
could
he
have.
will lead you into a ditch.
You could. You
That's
could
right.
invite him. You could invite him over here, so where we have balanced conversation at, and
Say
it's.
that again, bigger. We
I
have
was.
balanced
Can,
grown
can,
folks.
Yeah,
can we
but
find them? Can we
it ain't
find
no.
them?
Go ahead. Yeah, I found them. I'm gonna send them to you.
Yeah, I add them because I ain't scared. I add them.
I
Christina, don't you
subscribe to,
be
but
Christina, we got some rallies in Chicago, baby. I would have to stop. Hold on, Christina. Don't go nowhere.
Don't do me because I'll find them. Wait, there you go. Hold on.
But you are, but here's the other thing. You all have had dialogue with me. Disco, you gonna go down. Disco, can I tell you something though too? Can I tell y'all something? I don't think he'll mind me to. Disco, do you remember when we was in that do you remember us being in that in the TikTok, what's her name? Be Free the other
Yeah.
day?
Uh-huh.
Y'all, do y'all know? Watch this. Anjanita and Christina and Shakira. So
I
while
was
we
in
were
there.
out there,
I was in
while
there.
we were out, while we were out there, I asked a question, right, of the guys. And Disco probably was one of the first ones answered. And then there was this guy who was 63 down at the bottom talking about, he say the 40-year-olds are coming for him. I say, you telling a lie based upon what I just, look, based upon what I just heard. Oh yeah, he ain't doing nothing with the 40-year-olds, but he licking and then she going up the street to get stuck. But anyway, they ain't got nothing to do with that, right? Okay, anyway. Sorry to say. Angelina, pray for me. Angelina. But what I'm saying, Angelina, but what I'm saying is, on that line, there was a young man who was where you are, Shakira, and he opened his mic. Disco, I'm gonna see if you remember. He opened his mic and he said, he said, Angela, I said, yes, sir. He said, can I answer the question? I said, yeah, you can. He said, you need, because I asked about dating and stuff, y'all, and our age. I'm 60, and I want to know why do older women have such a hard time? Blah 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 blah. Because the 60 is the new 40. I'm not playing. When we go through that thing called man on pause, we could take on the world. I
It
could
called
climb
what?
10 mountains.
You said it
Oh, I'm
called
telling
what?
you for real. So anyway,
You
so
said man.
Disco, I don't know if you remember. I'm trying to make you remember. And Janita. So the young man opened up his he unmuted opened up, because I had already opened up my camera. I just got my head on. He said, Miss Angela, he said, you need you a country boy that can honor you and respect you. Y'all, while he was looking, Disco, while he was talking, baby, I had already went in his on his profile. Anjanita, I do not fool with jokers on no TikTok. But when I tell y'all, the Lord bless me. Do you know, Disco, that I'm going to be able to give a testimony soon about I am dating a guy that I met privately on my TikTok.
Okay, so you connected with him. You
I
connected.
connect when I tell you, Anjanita, I'm being so I want these women to hear this. Anjanita, he is such a freaking gentleman. I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. I have the spirit of discernment that is so tight I could read your mail, right? That man has such a spirit of kindness. I just listened to him. Y'all, you know what he said, Disco? He said, Angela, I told you on he said, as soon as you open up your camera, he said, I went straight to your profile and started looking. He said, he's like, no. He said, I asked God, is this gonna be the one? He said, I trust God. He said, we get ready to go on a date. So Anjanita,
Where is he at? Where is he
y'all,
at?
he lives in Charlotte. And I have a best friend in Charlotte.
Ain't that Charlotte? Wait, ain't Miss Christina? Ain't that like down south in North Carolina or South Carolina?
Yes,
or something?
it's Charlotte, North Carolina.
Y'all, I just sent it to him. I'm gonna see if he hop on.
You know he ain't getting in here.
I added him and I shared it to him. I'm finna see.
Yes.
You were just telling me about Charlotte.
Disco, me and him kept talking about you, but he's in Charlotte.
Okay.
And my best friend lives in Charlotte too. So I'm going to Charlotte, and he's gonna meet me, grab me. We're gonna do breakfast, and then I'm going to my friend. Huh?
When is this?
This weekend. We're going this weekend. He's in Charlotte. Now listen to me. He's gonna meet me. We already FaceTime, all that good stuff. Me and my kids done met him. He done met some of my friends. He introduced me immediately to his friends. Anyway, we're going to breakfast, and then he's gonna come back to my girlfriend's, my god sister, because we're gonna cook. We're cooking that day.
They call
He's
it
gonna be
jambalaya.
Say it again.
Jambalaya.
Did you say jambalaya? No, we making everything. We making baby backs. I'm making spaghetti with vodka sauce.
Y'all making crab cakes. Stop playing.
Pastor.
Okay.
Pastor
Okay,
and
Pastor, can I say something real
I'm
quick?
trying to think about which guy it was that was in it, because I was on the panel too that day. I'm
I
trying to
can't
think about
remember who he was.
Right, I'm trying to figure out
You
who
can't.
it was.
Okay, he was the handsome dude up in the corner.
Thank you. I'm handsome.
His name is Corey. No, his name is Pressure, right? His name
Oh, you talking about pressure?
I put a little
Pressure?
Yes.
Okay, I finna drop down and change my name to Pressure. Okay, let me.
Okay, so Pastor, let me tell. Okay, so let's recap. So we're gonna put this in Chicago terms.
Okay.
Pastor getting flued out. Pastor finna get flued out. She finna get flued out.
Did you say flued? Did you say flued out?
Flued out. You heard what I said. You get Pastor finna get flued out. She didn't met this man on Beyonce's internet. You didn't met him.
Yeah.
And now you finna go out there, you finna get flued out, and you finna meet the people. So, Pastor, let me tell you.
That's what us widows got to do, baby. We
game,
got to
recognize game.
Us widows got to get flued out.
This Pastor,
Game, recognize
Yes,
game.
ma'am.
Watch yourself.
I'm going to tell you, Pastor.
Yes.
Watch yourself, because by you just saying who you said the name was, watch yourself.
What kind of energy is down in Charlotte, Christina?
Well, Pastor, I'm just gonna tell you to talk to She Be Free. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all. Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. Now this between us now. You hear me, Sheree? Shakira?
Yes, ma'am.
This between us.
Talk to She Be Free. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna tell everybody
because they are friends.
Yes, they are.
What you gonna tell everybody,
So
Rick?
so now you need to talk to her.
You need to talk to She Be Free, because them two are friends.
They are buddies.
Rick,
So
you gonna tell everybody, Rick?
everybody I'm snitching on everything. You
Pastor,
that's good. Shakira, you know you my sister in my head, right?
I'm telling you to talk to She Be Free before you do that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Talk to Sheba.
I'm so serious, Shakira.
Disco telling you to Disco tell her.
You better
Pastor,
talk.
we do got to be careful,
Yeah,
Pastor.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Okay, and
going
I told y'all,
gang recognized
I
gang,
don't want y'all
Pastor.
to think
Yeah.
that I am gullible because I'm not.
Don't
Me,
wind up on
like,
Dateline.
But
Don't
did
wind
you
up
hear
on
what I said?
Dateline.
That man ain't flying me. I fly for free.
well,
I
carry,
bet you is. Talk
carry
to
your
she be
mace.
free.
Carry your mace and get your knife ready. Shit.
I mean, just
Carry your mace and your little
I'ma
blade
say,
and your
watch
little mace.
yourself, be
And your
careful,
mace.
don't wind
and
up on
talk to she be
Dateline.
free.
Don't wind up on Dateline.
And get you a stun gun or something.
Wait a minute. So you supposed to be coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
That ain't but an hour and 15 minutes away from me. You need to let me know when you coming this way so I can
So
make sure you safe. And you need to
Oh,
give me
okay,
your
so
location.
I know that's right.
Christina,
Yes,
Plug. You see
ma'am.
that?
oh,
Christina, my
Plug.
friend stays. My best friend, my god sister, stays 20 minutes from the airport.
I don't stay but maybe
Nobody,
an hour away from
nobody,
the airport.
well,
I just
Christina
was
gonna
in
have that
nobody
little
but ours.
22 in her purse. She gonna have that little 22.
Shakira,
Yes,
Shakira, you got a sense in your heart
Yeah.
that you're talking to
yes,
someone.
and I'm telling you, if you don't believe me with nothing else that I'm telling
No.
you,
That's what I'm saying. You got a
talk
sense
to
in your
she be
heart
free.
Yeah,
that
you
you're
gotta
talking
have
to the
a
right sister.
you
This
gotta
is
You hear
have
not
what
a
I
about
just
your.
said?
This is not about your safety. I'm telling you to protect your
yeah.
heart.
So
Okay.
you
Talk to
gotta
she
have
be
a
free.
cyst in your heart and a blade in your pocket.
What, babe?
Shakira, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Shakira, because you know I don't know where you live. I ain't never seen your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shakira,
Yes, ma'am.
was he trying to talk to her?
Talk to she be free.
Because I'm gonna
That's
bet.
right.
Did
CB3
you hear
know
what I just
everything.
said? I'm gonna bet.
Because you better talk to her because they friends. So you need to
Tell her,
figure that one
Disco.
out before
You
Tell
you
need
her.
to talk to
talk to
CB3.
that
I
first
ain't
because you
playing.
might
So
be
do
you
y'all
Talk to
might
think?
be
her.
stepping on
So do y'all
toes.
think?
I don't know.
So how do you all? So okay. So y'all
It's
my
the
buddy.
reason why we telling you to
I
talk to
know.
her.
So
That's
how do
right.
you all believe? How do you believe I should
Pastor.
conversate? Hold on.
Just
How do you
go
believe I
talk
should
to
bring it up?
for the love of Jesus Christ
Yeah.
and our Savior.
Just
Just
go
That
go
talk to
talk
she
to
be
her.
free. Go talk to her.
CB3
Yes.
know everything.
That's the end of that.
I got it to work, man.
That's the
But
end
I'm
of it. We're not
asking
gonna
y'all.
talk.
I don't
Here
want to
you
sound
go.
like I'm goofy.
She
So
don't
how do
listen to
I
me.
bring
She
it
Standing
ain't
on
up
gonna
to
business.
listen
I
to
her?
want
you.
to I want to salute my brother standing on business. Just stepped in. What's up, man?
Yes.
What's up, man?
Yes.
Shakira,
What's
how do
going
I bring
on?
it up to her,
It
Disco?
worked out, brother. I got the
You just ask her. You
my
talk to her.
situation going on.
You
So
Okay.
I
bring
You
it
just
up
got
to her.
I
Watch this.
appreciate it, man. I'm about to
Okay,
go ahead and lay it
Shakira.
down.
Hold on, y'all.
Am-
One mic at a time. One mic at a
okay.
time. Wait a minute.
All right.
Shakira.
I know you be over there busy, so I just
Shakira,
want to
go on.
bring you up and tell you I
Shakira, I'm
appreciate
going
you.
in your
Yes.
inbox.
Hey,
I'm
real
going in your
talk
DM.
though.
Okay.
Hey man, I ain't trying to bite your swag on the clothing side, bro, but you be geared up. I
Man, I can
need the
send this ain't
plug,
nothing,
bro.
bro. I can send you anything you want when it comes to these clothes, man.
Bro, I need the plug, bro. So I'm gonna definitely get hit you up,
You need to
man.
talk to CB3.
Got you. I
Get
got
that
you.
information for real.
I
Cause
send. I got you on the inbox.
how my summer going. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I just want to come up and say something real quick, man. What's up, Christina?
Appreciate you,
Hey
man.
there.
And a Jen. Okay, how you say your name? Janetta? What, Anjanetta?
Angelita.
Yes.
Angelina. Okay. Yeah. Salute to
What
y'all, man.
was he
Wow.
asking me something?
He somebody Mike or something.
I
Oh,
just
that,
I just muted
You had the
everything.
inbox and we
I
lost.
wanted to hear his input. I wish he could stay on a little bit because I wanted to hear his input on the actual topic
He
of
got
the
it late.
mandatory DNA testing.
He had to be at work, so
I know.
he had
I
seen
know.
it.
I just
Yeah.
wanted
oh,
to know how he felt about that because I knew he had something to say. I knew he had something that would stick out. And I just wanted to know, what his thoughts was on that.
We'll get him. We're gonna get him.
so what's the
Yeah.
mandatory DNA testing for? What is that? What is?
We was asking,
So what I'm
should
saying
it be?
is,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Christine.
so when a woman has a child,
Yeah.
right? Should it be mandatory that DNA testing should DNA testing be
Yeah.
mandatory,
I think
regardless of marriage or anything
I
like that?
think it
What do you
should
think?
because you don't want to be with a woman, then the kid's up in age, and then you finally go get a DNA test and find out, oh, the kid's not yours, and she's still saying it's yours. So I think it should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your thoughts on women that? So let's just say you got your wife,
Oh, I
right?
already
You
got a
you have
kid
your
that
wife.
I'm paying child support that's not mine. Go
Dang.
right ahead.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on. So you signed the birth
I
certificate
didn't
and you the
sign
legal parent.
anything.
So how? So
No,
you
I
were
didn't
named
show
the father by default.
since I didn't show up in court, the automatic they made me the
Default.
default. Yeah, yeah.
But you can fight that. You know you can fight that if you don't want to do that,
I
right?
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you can fight that.
I'm paying rears now because he got kids of his own now.
It's so bad when it happens.
No,
Okay.
you can fight that. You can fight that. You can literally fight that. If you want to get out of that, you can fight that.
Even though I'm paying rears.
Yes, you can get out of
Yes,
all of that. You can
absolutely.
get out of all. Get a DNA
Dang.
test and get you a good lawyer, and you can
Oh,
get out of that
she
and that too.
called child support and told them my son wasn't mine. But the thing is, when I called, they try to deny it. Then they say, okay, we're gonna go to court in 6 months. So I called them within 4 months, and then they told me they ain't doing it. They told me we don't represent her, we represent that child.
Wow.
How long have you been on child support for that child?
Ooh. Since when she put me on 1996.
Oh yeah, you stuck. I'm gonna
1990
tell you
what?
stuck.
Be quiet. Hush your
Yep,
mouth.
you stuck. You stuck, baby. You got to pay that money now. You that child's
No,
father
well, actually,
legally.
he with his real father. They just plotted on me.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
No,
Wait.
I'm being
That's why
real.
That's
They,
not
DNA. See,
fair to
that's why
nah,
you.
DNA
they
testing
And
is
plotted on me. They
mandatory.
got
This
me.
is
They got me.
wrong.
Where you
Rex,
at, bro?
That woman can
What
stop
state?
that.
What
She
state
can
you
stop
in?
that.
I'm in Texas.
Damn.
She can stop that. That woman can stop.
wrong
His
with
mother
something
can
in
stop
Texas?
that.
She don't want to because she said she was, and then she said meet me at the child support office, and I showed up. She didn't show up. So
Now you need
But
to
she
get a
can stop
lawyer,
that.
and it's not fair to you, and it's definitely a disservice for that child. If they're really focused on the kid, I think, you need to take a stand and an approach and let them know that it's really confusion and it's a disservice for that child.
yeah, they got me good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need a good
That'd be
lawyer. You
legal.
can.
How could this be
It
legal?
happens all the time.
How?
I'm in Michigan. It's
This
like
is
that all the time.
Because he claimed the baby, y'all. So
I didn't claim it.
No,
I
no,
didn't.
no,
I,
not
no. He was
they just
named.
don't want
hmm.
He was named father by
that's what I
default by
mean.
not
That's
showing
what I
up to
mean.
Yeah,
court.
So
yeah.
because
So
of
when you
that,
don't,
okay.
that's why court is important.
Okay.
If you do not show up, you're going to get named father by
to. But you can
default. All you
achieve
have to
the
do is
Wow.
put your
father
name on a
if you
paper,
don't.
and you don't show up,
But
you're
I
the
thought
Well,
he
father.
I
can
was
sue
young.
her.
I was young at the time. I ain't care. I
Okay.
didn't like
Okay.
court. That's why I didn't go.
Well, you always go.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
How
anybody
long have
that's
you been
listening
on the
to the
birth
feed here.
certificate? Somebody said
I'm not on the birth certificate.
He's
She
not.
put. I'm not on. I'm not on the
oh
parental
man.
rights either.
See there? You was named by default, and that
Yeah.
happens. This is. I hope people that are
Dang.
listening and young men that
Name
are
by
listening
default.
get the DNA test. Don't sign
I'm
birth
talking
certificate,
about
and
this
take
tomorrow on my
court
child
system
support
serious.
yes
It is by
platform.
default. I think
Great, and Janita.
you can
And Janita,
a name
I'm
without.
talking about this tomorrow on my child support series. This don't make
that's
no sense.
good. That's good.
Who is Lana
Yeah.
Lane?
Sorry, I
Lane?
didn't
What
mean to
she?
interrupt.
No, you're not interrupting. I want to hear what she got
Yeah.
to say.
Well,
Go ahead.
I know that in Michigan, I know how the laws are a little skewed. Um, obviously, I'm in support of you know,
Mm-mm.
co-parenting and everything else and having like the best possible solution. But from a few people that I know, whereas if you are in a relationship and there's an assumed father, if that man doesn't contest it in court because of the fact that they're not aware that there's a woman, like let's say that the lady slept with somebody else, um, the woman can't sign the birth certificate upon the birth of the child with that father's name, with the assumption, without that being signed by the parent, but just saying, okay, she, like, at the hospital, this is the father. And that is taken as a legal yes without the DNA testing.
You know how I found out that I wasn't the father? It wasn't through a DNA test. I found out on Facebook.
You need to get a DNA test.
No, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
tell
so a
you.
lot
Let
of
me
people
tell you.
don't do that
Hold
because
on.
they're
Let me tell
saying,
you how she didn't post anything. I'm saying
Okay,
how
tell us the story,
Let me
Rex.
tell
Tell
you
us
how
the story.
Facebook can get you in trouble. I said I haven't spoken to my son in 2 weeks. I said, damn, I forgot his number, you know? So I got on her friends list. I'm scrolling down her friend list, right? You got to understand, I raised him. I know what exactly who he looked like. You know what I'm saying? Because I raised him. So when I'm scrolling down her friends list, I came across this picture. I was like, why is my son using a different name? You get what I'm saying? And I was looking at his father.
Hmm.
Wow.
They look identical. They look identical.
Wow.
But you need a DNA test.
Yeah, you
That
need to
right there.
find. You need to. You that's. Damn, bro, that's sad.
No, she confirmed it when I talked to her because I downloaded the picture and I said, this man look exactly like him. I raised him all this life. I know exactly who he look like.
screenshot her confirmation, please. Make sure you get a,
Yeah, do that.
because if you have a screenshot of her confirmation, then that automatically supersedes DNA because you
And
got.
they so happen to be friends. Shit.
And then there's obviously that maybe they bring him in as a witness, or he can, and he's like, okay, obviously he has conversation.
Oh, now it's out in the open. He calling him Papa and
Right.
it's out
Well,
in the
I'm saying
open
the
now.
father, yeah. So obviously
Yeah.
that's been communicated. So the child is a witness there as well, which is unfortunate to drag him in. And that's part of the problem. It's a problem for fathers or mothers as well, dealing with the situation. But, it doesn't, it doesn't really happen in the real world.
Somebody said go to the news. I will absolutely go to the news.
But to
That's
the
a crazy
kids,
story.
I mean, it's tough for the kids
Big story.
because
But I guess that here's the thing. We can give you all the advice. How do you really feel? What do you want to see happen?
True. That's so true, Ms. Queen.
You talking about me? What I want to, huh?
What do you want to see happen? How would it make you feel? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, I take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? The stuff is the shit is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through a lot. So I just take everything and keep moving. You
No,
know
you
what I'm
can't
saying?
take everything. How do you feel? Don't dismiss your feelings. Tell us how you feel.
Man, I want to shit. I want to. Well, I actually want to do something to it, but that's why I don't let my feelings get the best of me. That's why I keep moving. Cause
No, I mean,
my feelings will
how
get me in trouble.
how do you feel about taking care of a child that's not yours? Do you want to
Well,
continue doing that, or would you
listen, I
want to
love,
stop?
look, I still love them. I feel betrayed and everything. Like, they plotted on me. They already knew because she been letting him see his son. You know what I'm saying? And I just never knew.
Well, basically, you're their financial ticket.
Hmm. You're gonna have to get a actual DNA test. Take what she wrote on Facebook or whatever, and take that to a lawyer and take that before a judge. You can get out of
I did
those arrears.
screenshot a lot of that stuff.
Keep
So
it, but you got to do something about it. You're sitting there wallowing in debt from a child that's not yours, that you know is not yours, but you don't have the actual DNA behind it. So you can't complain about it because you're not doing anything about it. I'm telling you how to get out of it. You got to get your DNA stuff. You got your evidence. You got to get you a lawyer, and you got to get out. It's only gonna cost you maybe
yeah, but
5K.
I haven't spoke to him in a minute, and he grown. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm
because
trying
if
to-
you're in arrears, you still. It
Dang,
doesn't matter if he's 45. It
dang.
doesn't matter if he's 45. If you're in arrears, you still have to pay his mom up
Yeah,
until you
yeah, I'm
get
still
done.
paying.
Yeah, you got it. You got to still pay it, but you can get out of that. You can get out of that. Get the DNA test. You got your evidence. Get you
It's
a
gonna be kind
lawyer.
of tricky because shit, I don't
No,
talk
it's
to him.
not.
They got some
No, it's
called
not.
everywhere across America. They got some called fathers' rights. What you can do is you should be
I
able to reach.
tried that, bro. I tried some of everything to be honest.
What was the outcome?
They told me, "Are you cool with the? Are you cool?" Every lawyer I talked to told me, "Are you cool with the baby mama?"
Yeah, they trying to get her to. You have to just see where I come from. We don't take no for an answer, and you don't deserve that, bro. So what you got to do is just it's probably up to a battle, but you got to keep fighting until you get some results. If you got a union job, it should be some type of attorney. Or if you don't, it should be somewhere you can go to get some type of representation. well, it ain't gonna really. That's
And based off your energy,
rough.
just from me hearing your voice, I can tell that you will allow somebody to just do things to you just to keep the peace. I can pick that up. You don't like to be aggravated with nonsense, so you will
Yeah,
sit back
I like
and
to,
just
keep
continue.
myself going and make myself happy. You know what I'm saying? I know it was
Yeah, I already
wrong
knew it.
to what she was doing, like what people do to you in life. I just keep moving, just keep going.
But
You
see,
know?
that's
You
not
know,
cool. You're getting taken advantage of, and I'm we're trying to help you.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
understand. I understand.
How
And
you
this
gonna
is the
expect?
what's
thing,
wrong
Ray.
with you?
How
Go
you
ahead,
gonna
It's
Christian.
expect
it's
them?
a pool full of kids that's fatherless.
Yeah,
I know a pool full of them
yeah,
that's looking for a charity.
yeah. And
Hmm.
what's wrong
Can I
with you
can
being
I jump in
blessed,
here real quick?
Rex, and being able to have some of that money? I mean, you deserve it. What's wrong with
Well,
you?
I'm blessed without the money. You know.
Inspire,
I understand
inspire
that.
and resolution want to say something, guys.
Okay.
Inspire and resolution.
Oh, my bad, my bad. So I was gonna say is that if your your recourse would be your testimony, man. Like at this point, you should paternity fraud needs to be a crime. Like that's legislation that needs to be pushed, and that's why the mandatory DNA testing is definitely essential. You know what I'm saying? Because it totally takes these kinds of issues off the table for one. But I will say is that you need to be able to educate the people that are coming behind you so that they don't follow in these footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Because in certain states, being on that birth certificate 3 years, you can't get off of there no
Oh, I'm
matter
not
what.
on
Even at the
nothing. I'm
beginning.
not on anything.
But you're
No.
paying,
But I'm
baby.
saying,
Yeah, yeah, I'm paying,
listen,
but I'm not on the birth
if you're
certificate.
paying,
I'm
that
not on
means
the
you
parental
are on a birth
rights.
certificate. Like
Cause I
that means
had a
you.
man, child support agent. We was arguing like I told you signed about. I said no, I did. He told me I can pull it. I said pull it up. He
No,
pulled it up.
they can. If you don't show up, to court, they can have the right to put you on the birth certificate. But then you have to get a lawyer so that you can get taken off of the birth certificate, so that you
It's
don't
not a
have
name
any
on there.
legal
It's not a name on the
responsibility
birth
to the child.
certificate.
All
It's
right,
not
but
a name on
at,
birth certificate. It's not a name on parental rights.
then legally they can't push you to pay for anything if you're not on there.
Man,
But
they
all right,
go
so
around that in Texas, man. They go
look,
around that. They
all
go
right. So,
around that.
but what I was going to say is this: is that we need to educate the younger dudes behind us. You
Oh,
know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
So that
Believe me,
they,
I
for
do.
one,
I do because I went through it. I don't want nobody else to go through what I went through. So yes, I do educate when I talk to somebody that's going through child support, situations. So I do that.
so I mean, it's about discernment. It's about, you know what I mean, keep legal representation, understanding the legal system to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for the custody, being being react not being reactive, but being proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at this point, we need to the mandatory DNA testing. We need to push for legislation to allow that stuff to
Like
happen. Like I'm saying, certain
he got my whole name. He a junior.
Wow.
that's crazy, man. Like that's ridiculous, and she needs to be
Wow.
held responsible. Like that's legit fraud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. I don't got no magic pill. I mean, no magic
Wow.
bullet to get you out of that, man. How old is the kid?
He ain't a kid. That boy about 25.
You're gonna pay that until you
Yeah,
get done. You're gonna pay it until you get done.
Yeah,
but you could
cause
at least try to fight to get off the rears, like
oh,
you
I
said.
tried, man. Look, boy, hey,
It
I
sounds like
was.
you're at peace with it. You're
No, I'm,
upset
you know,
about it
it's not affecting me like it was because I'm doing pretty good now.
so it sounds like
Because they
you
were taking 50% of my income.
so it sounds like you at peace with it, but you're upset about it at the
Yeah,
same time.
I'm upset, but I can't just keep being upset and just go
Because
being
if you
so
were
go into depression.
Because if you really want to do something about it, you really could and just keep fighting. But
We gonna
it just seems like every
Well,
time
look,
somebody's saying something, you just keep coming up with an excuse after an excuse.
Right.
So
Fix
I'm
if
so
he's
in
preaching
my
his testimony, if he's preaching his testimony to the kids after him, he is doing something about it because he's making sure that somebody else don't fall a
yeah, we
victim to the
gonna
same
take it. We
mistake.
gonna take it off, Rex, man, because that's a little touchy, Rex. But we root for you, bro. And if you want to reach out to a
God for you, Rex.
yeah in the
Oh, look.
Thanks.
inbox, you can, bro. We gonna take it off you, bro, because that's a little deep. That's a little deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
But we here if you want to communicate about it, bro. But this is the topic, you know.
Yeah.
I will say though, on the topic, that is definitely essential. It's going to lead. It's going to lead to less paternity fraud, and it's going to incentivize people to have more discernment and not be cheating and actively just like women. Women. I say, women. Your wound is very important. One of the most important things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's life or death for y'all, right?
that's cool.
And then for men, a legacy is one of the most important things that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Being remembered is what we both are here to to do. Set a legacy and stuff like that. And mandatory DNA testing is one of those things that will definitely put us in the right direction as far as being just being more accountable for our actions. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how somebody can have sex with multiple people within that given window. You know what I mean? Just all willy nilly crazy, but that's neither here nor there. I think mandatory DNA testing is essential, and that's me for president. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say.
I agree, and I really like what you came up with, inspiring resolution about there being some type of legislation drafted where paternity fraud is against the law,
Read.
because then it'll hold women accountable for this, because this is ridiculous. It's no way he should be still paying child support. I'm sorry, I don't want to take it back to Rex, but it's no way anybody should be paying child support
Yeah.
for a child that isn't theirs.
Yeah, I mean, you get places, states like I think Alabama or Mississippi, one or the other, but where if you're married to somebody and they're cheating, you're automatically put on the birth certificate, and you have that responsibility. Or even you had that one situation where a guy was lived in Detroit, but he had visited like Atlanta or something for a bachelor party, and the stripper named his name. You know what I'm saying, and he was on the birth certificate, and he didn't even have sex with her or anything. So, like, I mean, I think it's really like messed up how they do these laws. Even that you need to designate a father if you want government assistance of any kind. So I definitely think that there's a reason for mandatory DNA testing. And also, like, even for people who aren't having those issues, it gives that grace, or it gives that breath of fresh air that what you know. You know what I'm saying? So that never comes into contention, and it never creates any kind of ambivalence or any kind of issues with either one of the parties, associated with the birth of the child. You know what I mean? Because there are people who have kids and they just don't trust the other. You know.
Wrench, y'all, at the end of the day, how, see, that's why at the end of the day, how can we really say we love each other? And I'm not even talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, all this other stuff. I'm talking about love your culture, and I can lie to you like that? Who does that? And not only lie to you, but who goes out there and wants another man to pay for a kid that don't belong to him? Now, if you end up in a situation with a guy and you're dating and yada yada yada, and then he ends up having a good relationship with that child, man, that's a double bonus, right? But to have this, anybody mandatory DNA test, I'm all for it. I really am. And Janita, y'all, I'm all for mandatory DNA testing. I will march for it.
Yes, and it's really sad, Pastor, but if you know that the person that you got pregnant by is deadbeat, and you know that you got somebody like Rex that's gonna take care of that baby, if the baby gonna go on Rex. That's unfortunate, but that's just the reality that we live in.
Removes the decision from the other person. Because some people would make that decision to take that responsibility on regardless.
Is
Yep.
it the same inspiring or Anjanita? What state do you live in?
I'm in Illinois.
So you're in Chicago too?
Yeah. Well, I'm in the suburbs, but yeah, I'm here.
Well, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So do I know you? Because I do know Anjanita. So do you all? Is it like this in every state? Is this the rule in every single state, y'all?
Carolina
Yeah.
is South Carolina is worse. Our marriage laws are even terrible.
Wow.
You have
What?
to, when I got divorced, you have to wait an entire year separated before you can even divorce.
Really? I thought Chicago was like that too. I mean Illinois, but it is not. It is not. It is.
We have to
But
wait
but
an
what I
entire
will say
year.
is there is an equitable, y'all. There's an equitable law that comes into play if the judge rules in the other person's favor. Meaning, I go to court, and of course, I had been at AA for 6 years already, so he couldn't have the first 6 years. But after the seventh year at that time to my shoot, the seventh year to my 30, however, I would have been what, 33, 4, 5, 6, 32 years, right? Because now yeah, he's been gone for 3 years, but and I got 36 years, however that all end up. But he could have that, but the judge ruled in my favor not to do that.
Yeah, divorce is family law just needs a major overhaul. It has
Yes, it
not been
does.
done
Yes, it does.
since 1900s, like the early 1900s or late 1800s. I looked it up. Family
I
law
would
is
say,
absolutely
yeah.
ridiculous. It
Can
takes
I
so
make y'all?
long to get a divorce. It's crazy.
I can make y'all laugh real
After you
quick.
done, Christina, can I hop on?
Yeah.
After you done?
I'm gonna say something real funny that's gonna make y'all laugh. South Carolina still has a law that says on Sundays, as long as your wife is at the bottom of the step of the courthouse, you can still beat her up.
Dang.
No lie. I'm
That's
not
Dang.
crazy.
lying. She gotta
So
be
I'm
on
sure a
that
lot of folks
last
pew
step.
pewing on Sunday, huh? Lord.
If you on the last step of the courthouse, you can punch you can punch your
Girl,
wife.
Shakira,
I need to
you
move
loading
down to
up now.
South
Are you
Carolina.
loading up,
Shit, I need to
Shakira?
move
No, you
down there.
don't.
I need to
That's
move
why
down
we
to the
loaded.
Carolinas.
What you
My
Shit.
say,
girls riding
Disco?
with me.
What you
Because
say?
ain't nobody beating up nobody. Christina, do I need to come?
You ain't gotta come. No.
I need
I
to
say
move down
rock
to
and
the
roll, baby.
Carolinas, boy.
So you want to
Oh,
beat your wife up on the step
she gonna talk crazy.
on
I'm be like
Sundays?
all week. I'm like, no, well, meet me on the thing on Sunday. I gotta show you something.
So I'm going to peel that
Get
head.
down. They'll never tell me nothing like that because I'm gonna run with it.
That
He
And
gonna
ass.
say
she gonna
he gonna whoop her to the white meat show. Get on out of here.
No, I
she
found
gonna
I
be
found
talking
that, and I
crazy.
said, "There's no way," but
And
it is.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say, baby, come, let's go to the courthouse on Sunday. I got
You
something
got
to
to get
show
on the
you down
last
there.
step, though. It
And
got to
as
be the
soon as
last
she
step.
step foot on that courthouse step, I'm gonna
Yeah,
foo
she
flop the
crazy.
hell out of her. No, I'm not.
And guess when that law was? Guess when it was written? Like 1940 something, and it's still there. And I'm like, do they not see this?
That's crazy. That's
Do they
crazy.
not see that it's still there? Like
That's crazy.
what?
Christina,
But
I
they'll take
think
And you
somebody
know
to
what?
jail for doing it. But
And
it's
you know
still
what?
there.
Something else you guys that think is crazy. Check this out. I'm a I had a minor in political science. I bet you guys didn't know this. A bill has to be signed every 50 years to give Black Americans the right to vote. Trump signed it in 2020. You guys
I
didn't know that,
knew,
did
I
you?
knew that. Yeah, I did. I did.
yeah.
Every
We've been
50
talking about it
years.
though too. We've been talking.
And that's crazy, ain't it? That's insane.
What just shows how not so far removed we are from the bullshit.
Every 50 years, a president has to sign it. Every 50 years. And that's crazy.
It is.
And
I agree.
then what really made me mad was I was going to talk to one of my buddies. You know how back in the 1930s, Women couldn't vote. Women couldn't vote at all. I think the 20s or 30s or what was 18 something. Women couldn't vote, black or white. And when they were all women were all out there together, black and white, trying to get equal rights to vote. The white American women had their right to vote. The black sisters didn't. Those white American women became against those same black American women, so they wouldn't vote. Ain't that something?
You know
And we
what?
were out there helping them. They were out there helping to get the right for women to vote, all women. But they said
That's
no, just the Caucasians and the black American women cannot vote. Those same white American women combine with their husbands and say, you know what, we don't want them black women voting. Ain't that nothing?
it's crazy. It shows that they
Yeah.
use people for numbers. You know what I'm saying? And then the problems that white women was facing necessarily wasn't the problems that black women was facing. And I think that was one of the major issues with feminism, is that it only deals with white women's problems and it doesn't deal with black women's problems.
Well, I wish both of you were on earlier because we had the men on here. Oh, you missed it too, Pastor. We had the men on here
Ooh.
saying how women need all of their rights taken away.
Sure
For
did.
what? As far as what?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was.
As
I
far
didn't
as
like
what?
it. I didn't like it.
As far as what?
As far as
Everything.
everything, you should not
Everything.
He
have
said
Everything.
everything.
rights.
You know what?
Really?
You know what?
Yes.
Really?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
this. I agree with him. Take all y'all rights away. Get your ass in that kitchen. Do
You know,
some
you
cooking.
funny.
Change some car oil.
Bisco,
That's
don't
what y'all do.
start. Don't start.
You about to lose your little 8 points you
Listen.
got.
You know
Your
what?
eight
That's
little
something
points
else.
you about
And
to lose.
Janita, we're gonna ride up on Bisco. That's all right. It's gonna be
Riding
all
up
right.
on
He
him.
gonna be all
We
right.
got to put. We got to pull up.
Take your rights
Been
away.
messed up.
God
I'm
damn it. Don't even
I'm
come out the
straight west
house.
side. I'm west
Don't
side,
even
bitch.
open up my damn blind. Don't open
Let
up my
me let
blind.
me let me ask y'all
Playbook
this
game.
though. Let me ask y'all this, the
Well,
ladies.
y'all
The
something
ladies.
else.
Shahrazad Ali, right? She said that women are out of order. Do you think that that might be what you just said? Do you think that comes from a I would say a more volatile perspective of what she believes?
No, but
How is women?
it comes from an imbalance. Go ahead, Shakira.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when I hear women particularly or men talk this way, you know what I'm thinking? Somewhere they have fallen and bumped their heads. Anyway, they're imbalanced for sure. That's imbalanced speaking. That is such an insecurity. See, I don't care what, look, that is such an insecurity speaking. It is not even funny. That's all that is. So, guess what? As long as people think like that's the reason why women are so strong. And can I tell y'all something?
Pastor,
We're
are you
getting
talking about what Shahrazad Ali said, or are you talking about what the dudes that were
the
earlier were
dude,
talking?
the dudes. I'm so sorry. You did say sorry, Alicia. You know what? But let me ask you a
I
question. I
was
mean, how can
no, I
I?
was just
Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
No. I want you to finish because I want to hear it.
I was just saying that it's more of a like what they were talking about was a toxic version of what Shahrazad Ali was saying. As
Okay.
far as women
Okay.
are out of order. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Do you think
I
that they're saying that they should take all the rights because Shahrazad Ali said that women are out of order, and then they took a toxic route to, you know
round
what I mean?
two.
They added to it, you know what I
But
mean? And
but let
toxic.
me ask you this because I didn't hear her. Let me ask you this. What was your take on what she said and how she said it? Can you share that with us?
All right, so one of the things, and I'll give you this main perspective, is that what she was saying is that a woman who believes that she can have it all, like a woman that believes that she can be like a an OnlyFans model, or showing herself in the same way that a prostitute would depict herself, can have a husband and then allow that man to have safety and security. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't be safe if his woman is out here provoking unnecessary issues into it and stuff like that, or a woman is out here like yelling and smacking a man in the face and then not expecting him to react in a certain type of way. You know what I mean? She was saying that women back in the day would not talk to their men, they wouldn't verbally assault or berate
No, they
their
just
man.
poison you.
Yeah, like she was saying the
Here,
toxic traits that
Christina.
a lot of women have nowadays are out of order versus, allowing a man to lead, allowing a man not to be not trying to be toxic to make a man do all these, you know what I mean? Those things that she was talking about. She's a Muslim. She is definitely heavy in the Muslim religion, and she believes in gender roles to a very strong, I'll say firm degree. I landed my plane. That was, I mean, I can send everybody the
You
video
know,
at some point or something.
no,
Like she had an interview like with a couple different people, but that was like the main emphasis on people being out of order.
Oh,
Man, y'all, Christina, what's
I was just
happening?
about to say, don't nobody got nobody saying
yeah.
nothing.
We got we woke out. It's been a rough night. Rex took us out. Rex, where Rex go?
Rex got up out of here.
Rex got to go to work.
Everybody probably. How y'all doing tonight? Everybody probably gotta. I'm gonna be coming. We're gonna be on here every day. Everybody probably gotta tap in to get ready for tomorrow.
I ain't mean to do all that.
Nah, you cool, bro. I wish
Yeah,
we
no,
got in
you
here
cool.
earlier, man. We accept everything over here. We can talk about it
y'all know
all.
what? And I'm still at O'Hare getting ready to wrap it up so I can go home. Good God from Zion. Yes.
I just wish that y'all heard the guy from earlier.
Oh
Me
my
too.
gosh.
Like I
Me
Tag him
too.
so I can hear him. Tag it.
I can't. He
Nah,
might have
we
added
need to
me. I
leave.
think
We
he
need to
added
let
me in
him
the
stay where
thing.
he at. He through.
Okay, let's let him stay.
I mean he talked about he had two wives that was virgins. I was like, what?
It's good. I
Dr. D,
like insight, so it just let us know
Yeah.
what's going on out there. So that part is good. But
he had a
He
bunch
the
of
just
other
said
guy was
take away
just
conversations.
women's rights.
Take away
And
women's
I'm just
rights, yeah.
all of women's rights. And I'm like,
Oh,
what is this? What is this? A control
yeah.
thing?
That
Or
was. I think
what,
he
what
was.
is,
He looked like he was a little. You talking about? Wait, which you talking about? The guy that had the big gray beard?
no, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
no,
I
the
had
one that
that.
was on the horse. I think he had like a horse down there with him or
Nah,
something.
that
Rough
nah. He
draft.
was talking about having the wives, but it was the older guy.
It was both of them. All of them
With
wanted
the
It
to
was
take
both.
away
ramblin' or
all our
something,
rights.
Hmm.
looking like a
Yeah,
ramblin'
they
or
wanted to take
something.
away
They
rights.
wanted to take away all of our rights. And then they wanted to compare PTSD to postpartum depression. It was a mess earlier.
It just wasn't making no sense.
Yeah, it was
See,
But it
not.
just to show you how it just show you how damaged people be. Their thought
to
process.
me, rough draft
And I'm
was
like, we're not
pretty.
here. We're not here on this earth to control one another. We're here to experience life together and make
But
and provide peace for one another. First off,
that's
provide peace for yourself
Tag
first. But we should be able to provide peace for each other in a relationship. We
that's
should be
how
able to communicate.
rough
I'm not
draft.
arguing with anybody. I'm not
That's
arguing
how
with anybody.
me either. That's how rough draft came off. He came off very controlling. Like I could not be his baby mama, wife,
That's
none of
who
that.
they talking about. Rough draft. That was his name.
That's who he was. Okay,
He
okay.
because the same thing that I said, Sarge said, but he just didn't want to agree with me because I was a woman. That's how I took it.
Yeah, you said the same, literally the same thing that he said, and he just I can only imagine what his wives are going through at the house because I can
Bullcrap.
tell they're not happy.
And you can tell that it's toxic
Yeah.
because
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna stay in a relationship for some kids. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm
Those
not
kids
doing it.
gonna leave your side one day. The best
Hmm.
thing I did, my parents, I wish they left each other earlier. They waited. It's six of us. They waited until my baby brother was 14 and he said, Mama, just go. I mean, he was so just go. And
Did
I
you
was
tell?
like, Ma, did you hear what he said? Well, we trying to make sure we say go. Just go.
Did you tell? Like with your parents? I was just
Yeah,
wondering
I could tell that things were not like we could
how they
really
should be.
tell. Like it was, we would have conversations. It was three boys, three girls. We could tell. We would have conversations upstairs in our room. We would sit in there. Our hangout spot was the bathroom upstairs. It was the girl. All the girls were upstairs, and the
Hmm.
bathroom was this huge spot. I mean, it was huge, and we would just hang up in there, and we would just have conversations, and we were just like, they don't like each other. They don't love each other. Like, why are they together? My mom ended up marrying her first husband again. So, you
Wow.
know, she went back to her first husband, and he accepts all, he loves us, and I love him. Like, he is the best guy that I've ever met in my life. When I tell you I give that man his flowers, I give him his flowers. I don't care what it is. He can have it. He can have it. That's why I say people stepdads sometimes they be the heroes.
Absolutely.
That man has literally that man. I'm 35. You know he still hold my hand in Walmart like I'm two.
Look at that.
Like I'm two. I can call my daddy right now and he'd be like, "You okay? You okay?" He gonna wake up.
I think Rough Draft was also speaking, and that's probably why he's in the relationship that he in. Is speaking from some type of trauma, like his
Yeah.
parents were was separated,
Say
and
say that again, Shakira, because the men don't
oh,
want to hear that. But you speaking truth. He was in trauma.
he's dealing with his
Mhm.
own trauma as to he's saying,
Wow.
well, it's trauma with your kids. Well, you don't think you're inflicting more trauma on them,
Mhm.
by staying in an unhealthy relationship. But I'm saying that to say that them things must have took place in his home when he was a child. So therefore, he thinking if he leave either one of his children's mom, that his children are going to have the same thing. So I'm saying he just speaking from self trauma that he's not healed from. And so
And that's
therefore
why
he tries to implement it on everyone else. You know, people that are married should stay in married. No, why? Why? If
and
you're
that's
not
why we have to
happy,
be
it,
careful about the
go ahead, go ahead.
picture that we paint or teach. For one, that can be generational curse. And another thing, people always saying, I'm staying for the kids, I'm staying for the kids. But when
Hmm.
you're staying, you're causing more damage than you're probably being a help.
Yep. That co-parent word was unnerving to him.
Mm,
Yes, it was. Oh.
It was unnerving when I was hearing co-parent. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to hear it. He didn't understand it. He
Nope.
just didn't. It was an absolute no go with him. That word co-parent. So I just think he just got some things that he needs to deal with, but he'll never admit it.
Mm-mm.
So
I mean, I took in what he said. Well, I didn't take it in, but I heard what he said, and I said, okay, this is a perspective of a lot of men these days. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a lot of, well, maybe like 30% of guys these days. And this is why things are, happening certain ways because they have that type of mentality. They don't want to heal from what happened.
and then the
And this is
person
why I
that
always say men don't hide anything. Anytime a male come around me, I can look at them and say, "Hey, what's going on? Open up, talk about it." And most of the time, even if it's just somebody that I just my patients or just somebody that just I see, and I'll just stop somebody and I'll just say, "Hey, what's wrong?" Because I can feel it. And I'll just say, "What's wrong?" And you better
even when he
believe how many
started
people
throwing the
just
Bible,
fall apart and just talk to me and tell me
mm,
everything.
e- even when he started throwing the Bible verses, even the devil know the Bible.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't throw the Bible in certain areas that you don't
Yeah.
implement within your whole life.
Whoever this guy is, sound like he could be some kin to Speak Easy.
Might be. I added that guy and I sent him the
I
thing,
am
but he
not.
didn't
I
say
am not
nothing.
kidding. Because when I tell you, Speak Easy loves the kind of men on his platform that back him, and we're talking about backing foolish. I mean, they went as far as to call me a Jezebel, and I just, baby, I was down. Look, okay, he would bring me up and drop me because I would be going in, but I never lost my dignity. I kept
Mhm.
saying things like, "Sir, the Bible talks about." the letter killeth. So you may have the letter, but it's the spirit that gives that thing life. You got to walk this thing if you're going to talk it. And you can't get up here. But then here's what this is when he really kicked me back down when I said, well, who are you now, Maury Povich? You the coach? I said, but you don't have no degree. You don't have no certification. So you out here on TikTok. See, I said, and I'm just as dumb as y'all are, because at the end of the day, I'm letting you crack on me, and I'll keep clapping back so you can get your ratings up. Let me get out of here. I said, I gotta go. A mess. But men that speak that word submission, I'm not paying. Just what Disco said. A real man does not have to ask his woman to submit. She will give us something to submit to. She'll follow you after you follow Christ. But you ain't, some of the brothers are not following anything. And so they're just tingling brass and sounding cymbal, as I call it. Noisy wagons.
You gotta give me something to follow, because I'm not a yes baby. I
Here.
never have been. And just because you do something, if I have questions, then I'm gonna ask them. So you're gonna have to give me something to follow in order for me. I'm sorry, not me.
About us being a team.
You
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
don't
have
that
me.
make sense that you
You,
ask? You know what I mean?
you ain't gonna have me go down the rabbit
I
hole with
agree
you.
a man should give you something to follow. The question I got is femininity something a switch? Do you think it's a switch that you can click on and off?
A woman
Huh?
will submit. A woman
Huh?
will submit to
Repeat that
a.
one more time.
Yeah,
Repeat that one more time.
please. Repeat
I
that.
said I agree that a man needs to give a woman something to follow. I agree that he needs to have masculinity. You know what I'm saying? I agree with all that. But just like I don't think masculinity is a switch that somebody can flick on and off, do you think that femininity is a switch that you can flick on and off?
Absolutely not. And why? And could you please tell me why is that the big word of the day now? Masculinity. Because a woman like a Shakira knows her worth, knows who she is. Christina knows who she is. Anjanita, Lorena, and also Miss Queen.
I was saying it because I was saying it like a yin and a yang thing. I
You
wasn't
know what I'm
saying it
saying?
for
But
any
I think
particular
that
reason.
is
Like
such a.
I wasn't saying that nobody said
Oh,
nobody put
I know. But this is what
nobody
most of
positioned
these
themselves not to do
platforms
that.
inspiring. This is what most of your platforms really are wearing out now. When a woman like us shows up and we're strong and we disagree, when we show up in spaces, right, on purpose and in purpose, now we get the shit coming with a lot of no, you just got a lot of femininity. Ain't nothing wrong with my masculinity. The Bible says I was made from your rib. So that lets me know that I am a woman. I'm a man with a womb. Now that's Bible. So don't trip with
Yep.
me about no masculinity, but I am here to help you build. But some
We
folks,
all
yeah,
we
Pastor.
I would
all
disagree with
carry
that.
that. We all carry
Yeah.
masculine and feminine energy. We all do. Men carry feminine
Mm.
energy too.
Who told you that?
Heard
I
it
agree.
yesterday, Disco.
Nothing feminine about me
I'm just playing.
whatsoever.
What you carry,
We're gonna nip that in the butt.
you're gonna carry a
RAT
little
now.
bit.
We're gonna nip that in the butt. RAT now. Not
You
now, but
got
right now.
15% girl.
Right now.
RAT
Right now.
right now. There's nothing feminine about me.
No,
A man wants his woman. He wants to keep his woman in the feminine stage as much as possible.
that's right.
You know, that can go from even down to just going to go put gas in the car for her. That's keeping her out of her masculine trait. Little stuff like that, or opening the door for her, keep her out of her masculine trait.
I
Anything.
love being in my
I think
soft girl era.
I
Exactly.
Keep
want
me
to
there.
keep a woman in her soft air. I want the damsel in distress kind of deal. That's what men like.
I'm real good at that.
Yeah,
Damn.
but
We don't
I
want
think
y'all
that
mm-hmm.
those are
coming over here.
skills. Like you have to hone them things.
But
Damn, do I
saying
got
that,
it.
but do you need her to be neat? But you don't want her to be needy. You don't
I
want
don't
her to
want
be
you to be.
needy though,
No, I don't need you to need. No, I
right?
don't want her
Because
to
that's
be
some old
needy.
crazy crap.
You know, I want her to be a woman, but I don't want her to be nitpicking needy. No, no,
Right.
no, I don't want that.
Exactly.
All right, so
No,
let me ask you ladies this, and fellas too. Do you feel as though that you have to prepare yourself for the role that you're about to assume? You know what I'm saying?
as far as what for the fellas to prepare, we should already be prepared. If you're trying to
No,
get
Exactly.
prepared now, you brother, you way behind the 8 ball. If you're trying to get prepared to be masculine, you know. But now it's the thing. Now they got these boss chicks. They call them boss chicks. I see it all the time. They got their careers, they got their bag, they got the crib. They so masculine. They big strong boys. They big strong handsome
I think that's
boys.
I
overrated,
hear
but I
those
think you
answers,
guys
but
are
I
No,
No, no,
no,
misinterpreting.
no,
no,
no, no, no,
no,
no.
no,
Pastor,
no,
Big,
Pastor,
big,
no.
I gotta
strong,
speak on
handsome
this.
boys.
They big
It's
strong
not.
handsome boys now.
Priceless.
let me,
It's not.
let me.
It's not overrated. I work with a lot of nurses. Now hold on. Just hear me out. It's a nurse that I work with. Watch this here. Well, I have worked with her because she's not there anymore. She had a guy. He did not make what she made, but he was a good guy. He made sure she ate every day. He worked. He made sure he sent her flowers every other day. I mean, he just literally was a good guy. You want to know what she said? This MF is sending me this child, please. He need to be sending me this and this and this and that. They're complaining the whole time. You want to know what I said to her? Let him go and see what's gonna happen. She
Mm-hmm.
let him go, and guess what? She let him go. She let him go. That man got him another woman and married her. I think they got a kid on the way, and that woman is happy. And all she can say is she ain't got what I got. I say she don't have to have what you got, but you ain't got you don't have
What she
what
got,
she
You ain't
has
got the
Right.
man.
at
Yeah.
all.
but she
Your mouth
reduced
too
the
big.
man.
You done push him down so far, and you didn't even have to. This man would have gave you everything he gave
Wow.
her,
No,
but you
but the
pushed him
problem
away
is that
because
she
your dang
reduced
old
the
mouth
man.
too big. You thought
Yeah,
you
she
Yes,
thought that
women
bad.
women do that. They
Yeah.
she
throw
He
reduced
was
the man
greedy.
to monetary gains, monetary value.
Yep.
She made something that was intangible
He was
tangible,
greedy.
which is being a man is not something that is just tangible.
That's
Being a
right.
woman is something that's just tangible.
That was a man, and I told her, I said, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get somebody that's gonna just use you up down there, and you just gonna be messed up.
Baby, you
Oh
so
wow.
you can't you a man does not want to date another man, especially a woman. If you
He
know what
was
I mean.
manly.
If you know
He
what I
was
mean.
manly.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants a woman, I need for her to be feminine
That's
at
what
all
feminine.
feminine.
times. At
That's
all
right.
times.
That's right.
I
That's
want
right.
her to be um um now it's gonna be a time when she has to be masculine when she's handling her personal business. She has to be masculine to handle her personal business. But if it's something that I'm supposed to be doing, that she's doing, that's a problem for me. I don't know about y'all, but that's a problem for me. Um, but women also have to learn that it's a time and a place for everything, and some women don't understand that. Let me say you this: I saw a lady out with her man at out at dinner, and every time this man tried to talk, she just over talked her man, and I was like, God, oh man, he's trying to figure out the seat arrangements, and he says something, she just over talk him. See, she's the masculine one, and he's feminine. Those two attract. Two masculine. If I'm masculine and she masculine, it's not gonna work. If I'm feminine and she's feminine, it's not gonna work. It's got to be different. It's got to be a balance of power here.
If a man's feminine and she masculine, that ain't gonna work either.
That's not gonna
That's
work
what I'm
at
saying.
all. That's yeah, and it's a lot of masculine, feminine dudes running around here. It is,
Mm-hmm.
and they just soft. I can tell
But
by some of their comments in these posts and some of these chat rooms. They,
but that's
what women say to them turns them sassy.
I think
I
that's a
see
common
men
thing.
arguing with women in these chat rooms. That's sassy to me. That's very sassy. I'm not daring not going back and forth with a woman. I'm gonna say what I said this before. I'm gonna say what I have to say. You're gonna say what you have to say, and we're gonna move forward. We're not gonna lip box. That's sassy. To me, that's just
Okay.
sassy.
Sassy.
That's just how I
And
feel
I,
about it.
and I think it's hard for a woman to also come
That's
back
sassy.
as like always argumentative. Like you can get your point across. You get your point across more with a man if you just tell him what you want in the nicest way possible. You get your way with a man just by just cuddling up to him and say, "Baby, I want this, and I need this, and I need you to do this." If you just cuddle up to him in a nice, good way, you get whatever you want. You get whatever you want.
We talked about this yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. It's a certain time you ask for stuff from us. You know
Mm-hmm.
what time that is. That's a certain time you gotta ask for that. You
That's
get
after,
whatever you
and that's
want.
after you drained
I got
and
a
wore
question
out and
for the
looking at the
fellas.
ceiling.
You
I
can
got a
you
question.
can get whatever you want from me. You can get
Wait, the
every nickel I
pastor.
got after that.
I got a question for y'all. Because I was told that you got to being a part of being a man is being able to tell somebody no. You can't be the nice guy. You got to be able to be the good guy, and you got to be able to say no.
No, I want the nice guy. I don't want no butthole because I'm not a butthole. I'm too
No,
soft for
no,
that.
no. Why you correlate a good guy with a butthole? A good guy is somebody who treats
No,
the people who treat.
I don't like to be
I,
told no.
no, I don't tell me no.
you
Don't
want
tell
me
me
to? You
no.
want me to give you? let me give you the differences. Let me
I
give
don't
That's
you
know
a
the
what
problem
differences.
right
it is.
there. Can't nobody tell nobody no.
Don't
That's a
tell me.
problem right
Let me
there.
give
I'm
you the
not gonna
differences.
tell you no.
Well,
I ain't
that's
gonna
Can
tell
I
you.
give
you
you the
no.
differences?
I might tell you no.
Disco, you just
I'm
said
not.
you're not gonna tell the woman no. You
He
said you're gonna
definitely
give her
did.
whatever she wants. That's
At
what
Can
you
that
said.
time,
I
but you
tell you the
catch me on
differences
another
though?
day, I'm gonna tell your ass no.
No,
Can I
no.
tell
I
y'all?
would, and I'm not gonna tell you no.
No. All
Okay.
right. So let me say this:
Okay.
a nice guy tells nobody no, and he gets ran over. And we all know nice guys always finish last, right? A good guy treats everybody who treats him with respect. But then when somebody comes with disrespect, he can tell you to go fuck yourself. An asshole is an asshole, and he's going to be all about what he wants. The good guy is not about all what he wants. He's about what's good for the greater good, what's good for us at the end of the day. The nice guys is what's good for everybody else, not good for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a nice guy. I don't want to be an asshole. I want to be a good guy. I want to be able to be nice, be good with the people who are good to me. But I also need to be able to tell the people or tell people no. And I don't need to be a yes man where I'm just saying yes to everybody and I know they're making a bad decision. The nice guy is going to tell you if your breath stink, oh, no, you're cool. And then you're going to be looking stupid. The good guy's going to be like, yo, you need to go brush your teeth. It might suck to hear it, but he's going to tell you something that's vital towards your success.
I get it. I like it.
Don't nobody want no yes man in their life.
Nope, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want nobody I can run over.
Things that come along with that too, right? Like when you really do like someone, you really care about them. I'm not getting ready to just be nice. I'm going to be passionate and compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve that from me as well.
Yeah.
I think that it is a gift if a woman knows how to encourage and build men. To me that's a gift. That takes, because especially when you hear the negativity of what a woman ain't doing. Da, 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 da. I don't listen to none of that. Because at the end of the day, my guy, he's not gonna be preaching that sermon. My guy
Mm-mm.
gonna be saying yes. Come on here. Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
is. He gonna say yes. Everything, yes.
Got that
Huh?
right.
In the morning, yes.
Say,
At
but
noonday, yes. At midnight, yes.
Pastor,
but
you was
God and
Got that
Jesus
right.
didn't say yes to
3 o'clock in the
everybody,
morning.
right?
Yes.
God and Jesus ain't say yes to everybody. There's people that they're gonna say no to because you
No,
didn't
we're
do
not
what
talking
you're
about
supposed to do,
everybody. We're
right?
talking about your
Does your
significant other.
spirit still
We're talking about your
say
significant other. Because
yes?
I'm not gonna
Come
tell
on,
you
sing it,
Pastor.
no.
Pastor.
Come
Sing it,
on, Pastor.
Pastor.
You
Sing
gotta
it.
be able to say no.
Y'all tell us no all the
Uh-uh.
time. Though.
Chicago,
No,
y'all ever
no,
Yeah.
heard
no.
Kingdom sing? I mean, what's the name of the church? Chicago, y'all ever heard that girl sing that song? Will your spirit
Yeah, I
still
heard her.
say yes?
I
So
love that song.
just say
Pastor
yes.
honest, Pastor honed it in on her.
Yeah.
Okay, she
Giving
taking
in
us
that
on to
energy.
church. We gonna go to sleep in 2 seconds.
So Christina, you wouldn't tell me no
Hmm.
at 3 o'clock in the morning? You wouldn't tell me no?
Absolutely not. Nope.
You
Dang.
taking us on in,
Oh,
Pastor.
Like, yeah.
they
What you
turn,
what?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
you
like,
said
okay,
you
you
gonna
Yeah.
tell
ready?
me
turn
what,
this room
Pastor?
up.
What you
Don't
say,
Even
Carrie,
Pastor?
yes. I got another yes down in my spirit.
even
don't touch me. Don't touch me the wrong way.
even
I was
Don't
on the
do that.
way, Pastor.
If I say I
I
want
got
another
another
wife, you
yes,
gonna tell me
Disco. I
yes?
got
Pastor,
another
what
yes.
you say,
Come on.
Pastor?
I got another yes down in my shondo. I
in
got
the
a yes,
shondo
Anita.
at three
So if I
o'clock
want
in the
another wife,
morning,
you gonna
ain't
tell
gonna
me
tell
Don't
yes?
me
touch me
no.
the wrong way.
All at 3 o'clock in the morning, Disco. If somebody answered me something at 3 o'clock in the morning, a man, and I'm bound at 3, he my husband, baby. I'm saying
That's
Right.
yes.
right.
I'm saying yes in the morning, yes
That's
in the
right.
evening. I'm saying
Okay.
yes, Disco. Do you hear me? He can tell
Okay.
me to
I
come off
got it.
work. I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm young
So
enough. Come over here.
so is it okay for me to tell you no at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is it okay to
Sure,
say?
No.
yeah. But you ain't gonna
Right.
say no. You ain't gonna
You
want to
mustn't
say
do
no.
that.
Uh,
No, it's not.
Why?
uh,
It don't matter. I'll
I
take
might
And,
it
want to
and,
then.
say
and
no.
I'm gonna
uh.
tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you know what you're doing, even if he tap you at 3 o'clock in the morning, he gonna be done in 2 minutes.
Mm,
It
How
ain't gonna
you
take him
figure
that
Oh,
that?
long.
Hey,
Christina done
mm.
again.
gone. You done
It
went
ain't
left.
gonna take him that long. You gonna be trying to figure out ways how
Oh
to think about
Lord, what
something
happened
else.
to the room?
You talking to the
We gonna be
wrong
trying to
man.
think
three
about
o'clock in the
every
morning.
other thing, bunny rabbits, rainbows, and everything. Cause in 2 minutes, he gonna be slapped toe up.
Why?
I ain't even worrying about it.
Why? Why? At why? Why 2 minutes,
That's
Christine?
it. That's all you gonna need.
Going off
That's
this.
all I need. Just 2 minutes of. Although you did
That's
for two
it.
minutes, huh?
That's it.
Are we
Okay, I
talk,
hear that. You sound good though.
are we talking about
Oh, okay.
mandatory DNA testing?
Talking about for
What,
2 minutes.
we talking about?
Let's build
Somebody
on for
asked me.
2 minutes.
Somebody said, "What are we talking about?" Wait a
Wait,
minute. Wait
that's
a minute. Wait a
I'm
minute.
not your
No,
boyfriend.
man,
Don't
we
say
off the
I'm not your
mandatory DNA
boyfriend. We got
testing now.
I'm not your boyfriend said if we talking about mandatory DNA testing or what.
Yeah, we supposed to be talking about that. What are we
We
talking
talking
about?
about dropping some DNA somewhere. That's what we talking about. Now we on putting DNA
If you know
somewhere.
what you're doing, you can tap him out in 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes,
Christina,
sis?
cut it out.
Yup.
Cut it out, Christina. No two
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
I
You
think
Okay.
know
that
what though? Here's the
Nice.
thing. Let's. You know what?
I was with my ex from 18 to 30.
Okay.
If you know
And
what you're
even
doing, if you know your man, a woman that love you, she know you. She know just what side to turn, how to get that. She gonna get you done.
in 2 minutes.
She
No.
know you. She know
I
you.
think
That's how you can tell the difference between a woman that care about
I'm
you for
not your
real.
boyfriend. You want to speak,
Excuse
brother?
me,
yeah,
Pastor,
yeah.
but the
Can I
devil
talk
is
for a
a
second,
lie.
man?
That is
Let's get the
No,
new
it
let's get the
ain't.
new guest. Let's
No, it
get a
ain't.
new guest a chance to speak. Go ahead. I'm not your boyfriend.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I think that if a woman doesn't want to give you a paternity test, it's a huge red flag. DNA test. So I think it should be mandatory. And I know a lot of them is going to make it a trust issue. And I think what they want is blind trust because well, there's no other way to tell that the kid is ours unless you just believe what they say. And a lot of dudes that believe what some woman said, and like when they go get the test question, like 30 to 40% come back that it's not their father.
Dang.
So we need to get that down for sure because it's not a trust issue, it's a blind trust issue, and we shouldn't trust blindly. We should trust. Trust is built, trust is burnt, and we should still be able to verify it without consequences. I know a lot of women will feel insulted or judged or something, but they have 100% certainty every time, 100% that the kid is theirs. We don't.
Okay, big bro. I'm gonna throw this curveball. I'm gonna throw this curveball at you, and I need you to cut. I need you to catch this.
Okay.
You're in a marriage for 10 years, and you run that script. What you think gonna happen? Now what? Now what do
If
we
I'm in
do?
a marriage, if I'm in a marriage for 10 years, I'm not even gonna tell her. I'm just gonna ask the doctor. He's medically obligated to tell me.
Right. That's why it needs to be mandatory.
Yeah, because
Okay, so
Yes.
most people ain't gonna do that like this.
all right.
This
I know how
gonna be a
women listen.
genuine. Most
I
people
know
ain't
how
gonna ask for
women.
that
Ain't
DNA.
I
nobody
know
gonna
how
answer
women
that
work.
because your
They'll
marriage is gonna be dissolved.
Yeah, they're not
exactly.
gonna
I
ask
don't
for
know
that.
why though. If a woman,
It shouldn't be. If you
It
got
should
nothing to
not be.
hide, it shouldn't
And
be, right?
No,
and you're
that's
right.
why we
It
got a
shouldn't
lot of
be.
kids. Disco, right? That's
Only
why there's a
God is
It's
lot of
It
gonna
above
put
kids
a
shouldn't
little
out
be.
here.
damper in there a
only
little
God
bit.
is
If
above being
I don't know,
pregnant.
y'all. Let me tell you something. I'm go ahead and tell you something. I've been married 26 years. Under no circumstances could this man ever ask me for that. Ever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if he right, and if he
if
do,
he
Ever.
Y'all act
did,
like
Shakira,
married people don't cheat
what
though.
would
That's
you
Hey,
crazy.
respond? How would you respond?
Y'all act like married people don't cheat.
right.
They
I didn't.
unload the clips.
Not in my
Yeah.
house. We
I
did
Not
it.
in your
You
house?
go.
But what about
I
you, Jay?
did.
Are you gonna let me speak? Because I didn't say that. I said if he ever asked me that, it'd be a done daughter with me.
Let
It
me
it was
let us ask you
see,
why. Why would
see,
it be? Disco,
see.
That's why
disco,
you don't
disco.
tell them.
But why would it be Miss
Jack right
Shakira?
there.
Hmm?
because at what point have I ever gave you to distrust me?
But wouldn't you want to secure? Wouldn't you want to make recent? So you want to reinforce the narrative, but baby, I got your back. Look at this. Why wouldn't you look at it like that?
Well, can I say something?
At,
No, bigger. No.
So if we're
Come
going
on,
See,
I'm asking. Why?
see. I told you.
Come on,
if
Pastor.
I
if
told
we
you.
if
I'm
we're
with
gonna do
Shakira.
trust, if we're
huh?
gonna do
See, I told you.
if we're
So
gonna do
why?
blind
Why
trust, let me
wouldn't you
get
want to
there.
reinforce
I
your
think they
husband
need it.
that you got his back?
Why
Because
do I
that don't
have to
have
do
nothing to
that?
do with having someone's back. That's
Nope,
See,
called
nope.
What it had?
Yeah, I
distrust.
do.
That's
What it
called
had?
distrust
That's
1000.
called
see. I
wait
No,
a
told
That's
you.
it,
not
Called
distrust.
reassurance. It's called
I
minute.
reassurance.
told
It's
you.
not
Yeah.
reassurance.
no.
It's
Well,
called
y'all, I
reassurance.
don't
Yeah,
look at I don't look at it like reassurance. That means you thought I cheated. If you ask, come on, y'all,
No,
no,
that's
come on
not.
now.
That's not. You see,
no.
that's why
If
it's
you
good to have a
ask me,
conversation.
but
That's
if
why.
you ask me if you ask me to do a DNA test, what you're saying is now watch this. Now it would be different if you and I separated and then we got back together. Totally
So
different.
what would be different if you just was a different type
What
of
is
woman that
different is we had
volunteered?
time away from each other.
No, no, no. I'm
But
saying.
go
If
ahead.
you
So we're
found out you
supposed to
was
ignore
pregnant
them.
and you
Yeah.
volunteered it, what would be different? Because there's some women out here that think different than you. They would voluntarily
But
give the husband,
if I was married, right?
right?
If I'm married and I've been married, if I'm married and I get pregnant, I am not doing no DNA.
Okay,
If
now what
I'm
I'm
your girlfriend, if we
But
just
why are you assuming that married people don't cheat
Right.
or
My
bust
best
people
that's
my
not
pregnant?
what I'm
best friend,
saying. I'm
my
not
best
saying
friend
that they
married
don't.
my best friend
What
been
does
married for
signing a
15
legal
years and
document?
she just
How
got
did that
pregnant
change
by
your
another
morals?
man. She been
Shut
married for
up,
15 years.
Angelita.
Yeah.
She been married 15 years and she got pregnant by
Mhm.
another man and was deciding not to tell the husband.
why
So it's
wouldn't
Yeah,
you
never a
want to? Why
guarantee.
wouldn't?
because he gone. He's out of there.
No, he hit. You're
Who?
right.
Gone.
But we can't assume that because it's a
So
marriage. Men don't know. So I think that we have to look at it a little bit differently.
Okay.
Men will
Yes.
never, they will never know that that's their
If that
season.
baby is there.
They will
Exactly. Why
never
don't you
know.
want to get in
Back
with
in the
peace
day,
of
they didn't have
mind?
these options. We
The
got
thing
them now.
is, if you
But
know
y'all know
that you got
what?
nothing
Now,
to,
just because I won't give it to you don't mean you can't do it.
Right.
I'm
I
just
mean,
not
that don't make
volunteering. I'm
no
not
sense.
giving
Y'all
it
will
to you.
destroy your
I
own
will.
family because you feel it insulted. It's crazy.
No, no, no. So, man of
That's
God, just go
crazy.
out there and do it. Don't worry about me. You can swab that kid yourself. Go do it. Ain't no
That's
excuse.
That's what I tell men to
that's
do.
gonna be
Do it.
another problem. Why you going
man,
to
Because y'all
swab
act
my
like
baby?
guys.
Here you
just
go.
deep.
That's gonna be
Just
another
don't
problem.
tell
They
me.
know
Don't
from
tell me because
they
it
know
don't
by
make
See?
the
sense.
Don't
second
Sneaky.
they
tell me
know the
about it.
second
See?
the kid is born it's theirs. Men go 20 years, 30 years before they find out sometimes that the
Yeah,
kid ain't theirs.
yeah.
And y'all
Let
just
me
want
say
to,
this.
and y'all want some man to gamble that while y'all got 100% certainty, and then want to destroy his family. He has the nerve, the gall
Hmm.
to question you. It's crazy. It's not like you godlike. You're not a goddess.
I will
Being
say
single
And
is
this.
things
representing the
happen.
situation.
He
Things
had
happen.
he had
Nobody's
Only
every
perfect.
God, only God is above question. Remember that.
That's right.
this this is what I
It's not bad for a man to ask for a DNA test. I
I didn't
honestly I think that it should just go ahead and just be mandatory regardless of
Yup.
anything. It should be soon as the baby come out, swab.
And
That's
they
how
would
I
still
feel.
object to that too. They would still object to that too.
I don't
so
think
I
you
will
should. It's
so I
not
will
about
say
not
this.
trusting. It's so it's okay for you to be 100% certain that that's your child, but it's
Hmm.
not okay for a man to be 100% certain that it's his child. That's
And
not fair.
and 50% of
We
your
gotta
DNA
have
is
we can't just be in our feelings because we pushed out a child. Come on, y'all. You know how many times women have ran across that Mars stage saying he the daddy, and then next thing you know they falling all over the stage because it ain't his dad. They ain't the
And
daddy.
why y'all act like y'all
Come
don't
on,
know
man.
women personally and have people in your family that's doing this too? Come on. We've
This is
all
what
seen
I
it in
this
our
Not
family.
me.
We've seen the auntie pretending to be the mom, who the mom is really the auntie. We've seen the dad who ain't the
Pastor,
dad
why wouldn't you
pretending to
want to
be the
reassure?
dad.
Say you got a lady that's faithful to her husband, and she know for a fact she ain't cheated, and she choose to show him. That means a lot. That means
Yeah.
much more than
Yes.
not showing them. It
So
means
let me just
more.
say this. So listen at this. So that's how I feel right this second. But I'm one of these people. If that's why it's called where there's understanding, no room for misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I think that this is where we fail. I cannot strong arm y'all to be convinced that I don't want to do that. However, you and your mate should always do what's good for you and your household. Because what's good for somebody else's household may not be good for my household. However, brothers, I do. I'm kind of my heart is kind of I'm understanding it a little better. I don't want you to think that I'm just saying no, bam, bam. I don't know. I feel some type of way about being asked. But listen to this. But if it makes us stronger, absolutely, positively.
Y'all say the same thing about the prenup too. It means you don't trust me. Like nobody gets
I'm not
paid.
your boy.
I'm
I'm
not.
not your
I'm
boy.
signing
Now I
one.
just gave you the
I'm
whole
signing one.
kid and caboodle. Now you going too far.
No, I'm
I'm not
signing
talking
one.
about. I'm not talking about you personally, Pastor. I'm talking about women in general.
I
Yeah.
want one.
I'm
I
just
agree
saying.
with prenups. I
And
agree
if
with
it's trust
prenups
we
as
want to
well.
do, then you
Yep.
know what? Give me the login to your IG, your Snapchat, your Cash
I don't
App,
care about
your
that. You can
debit
have the phone,
card,
whole phone.
everything. We open up everything. If y'all want to do trust like that, and I'm supposed to trust you with my legacy that it's actually gonna be mine in
This
40.
one for y'all. This gonna be it right here. Y'all gonna drop it. I got one for y'all then. Since we gonna do that, since we're gonna go ahead and do the DNA test before I get married to anybody,
baby.
you gonna have to do that doggone y'all know the AIDS test.
That's
Yes, sir.
fine. That ain't.
That's
That's fine. We
Before
do
we
that.
hook
Hey,
up
no,
at
no,
all.
You
I ain't
Let's
no.
should
never
get
be
it.
worried
doing
Let's
about
that
get
that.
it
before.
out the way.
You should be
You know
doing
why
that
that's
We
before
gonna
you
do
lay
that
down.
before we
that
have
is such
sex.
a
exactly.
positive
Yeah.
I'm
thing.
fine with that.
I was married for
You see how we don't care
27
about
years,
that
so
test
y'all,
though?
I'm just getting back.
I know. You see how we don't care about that test because we don't have AIDS. So
I'm fine
That's
with that.
easy.
logically, the women shouldn't care about the test if they're not, if that is the father. They shouldn't care about taking that test
Yeah.
because they're not going to be guilty,
Because
right?
to me, it really is about in the same family, y'all.
No.
Honestly. You don't think so? You don't, me asking
No,
you to get an AIDS test, you feel like what?
no, you
I
don't feel
mean,
no.
that's
Should be
about
There's
easy
nothing
to
safe.
wrong
do.
with. There's
That's
nothing
not a
wrong with
bad
that.
thing.
AIDS
That's
is a
a
little
You taking
extreme.
one
I
too?
would just say so you're my child or something, but the AIDS is a little extreme. That's
Oh, I ain't
yeah.
showing no
It's
my
going to be
child. You're
on
gonna
there
get that
though.
AIDS test.
it's
Get. I
all
think.
that
I
on
think
there.
everybody should
All
have
that's on there.
a whole panel done before you. I worked in the
And
HIV. Y'all.
if
Oh
y'all trust
God,
y'all
I had to
husband
quit
so
that
much, why
job.
y'all need his location?
Yeah, we should be sharing that regardless.
Yeah.
The my chart. Go on, man. Let me
So are
see. I
y'all
No,
don't
saying
need
wait a
no
that the
minute now.
herpes
Wait
or
a
women,
minute.
nothing.
I can't even say my charts no more. They're creating fake my charts now.
Well, we
while they
you know
talking
what we
about trust,
saying,
trust,
that's
a
wild now.
lot of them got secret bank
Everything.
accounts too.
Baby, they got fake my charts now.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
glad they
used
are
to
fake
work. I used to
everything.
work in the H. I couldn't stay in that facility that long. I worked in that place for 2 months,
I can
right?
believe it.
And as a nurse, I couldn't stay there. I had people
Everybody's messing now.
skipping states because I never mind. I can't even talk about it.
Nah,
Oh,
that's crazy.
But
That's
that
I
just
can
couldn't.
be
crazy.
asked. I think that can be asked
Oh,
way early on before even a marriage. When you decide to start going unprotected with someone, that can be disclosed to each other, like any test, HIV, AIDS,
Yeah,
when you get
but
into
it
that
gives you.
I
space.
think,
That's
and
something
that's
that
why I
you
say
want that you
kids.
don't
That's why I say
necessarily need, but it's good to have it. You know what I mean? So that
no.
both
You
of you know that it's
necessarily
good.
need it, baby. You necessarily need it.
It's an
No,
yeah.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is that if you don't have it, some people will take that risk. It's the same thing. Like it's good for both of you to have it so that you go into it with a
Right.
clear mind and you're
Right.
okay with
Yes.
what's going on. But if you don't give a fuck about your life, then you don't have to have it. And the same thing with the DNA test is that I want to have you. I mean, clear everybody's mind, eliminate all the bullshit. What if the person accepts the kid, but then treats the kid a certain type of way because they don't know if it's really theirs?
Yeah.
So why not eliminate all the bullshit, all the malarkey, all the
Thank
craziness,
you.
and then just go into it with the best intentions and just give it up? Like it ain't even that crucial. It's taking a swab of your cheek, man. It's easy. That's easy
Hmm.
money.
Mm-hmm. And you can do them at home now. It don't even take that much effort.
That's what
You
I'm
can even do
saying.
wait
You
a
ain't
minute.
got
You can even do STD panels at home. You can do HIV panels at home.
I
They
ain't
got the
testing
mouth.
that. You got to go to the joint. It's
Well,
like, no,
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying. But
playing.
what I'm just
I'm
saying
just
is,
messing with you. I'm just
no,
messing with you.
we use the same thing. We use the same mouth swab. You can find them same things on Amazon. We use the same mouth swabs at the HIV clinic. The same ones.
I was
The
literally
same
just messing
ones.
with you, though.
And
I
they were
just
like
like
accurate. But I'm just saying, if you can ask somebody for a STD panel, you can also ask somebody for a DNA test. I don't see that as drawing a line. That's just reassurance that your body is safe. That's reassurance that this person is this child. This is it. You know, we can't just be the only ones that's reassured and everything, and then the men just have to suffer and just be wondering in their head like if fair is fair. Fair is fair.
facts.
And I think it'd
Fair is
be more
fair.
acceptable if these are things that should probably be a discussion or a conversation about before the situation actually present itself. So if you guys know that you're working toward the baby or whatever, I think throwing that out on the table, you know, early on, if we decide the route to have kids, this is something that, I will want to happen. Having that sort of conversation early on
Big
would
facts.
probably be more acceptable, and it probably won't come off as harsh and offensive.
But if it's mandatory, that
Yeah,
takes all that
that
worry
takes
off the
all the
table.
pressure off. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm so
There's
confident.
no pressure. It's just it just happens. So it's like
It just
whatever.
happens. Yep, it's in a routine
Yep.
checkup.
Yeah. It's this bull crap.
Yep.
I'm so confident in myself as a woman that you can have the phone, you can have the whatever social media site you want, you can have the DNA test. I'm going to give you all of that because I
And
want you to be reassured just like I am.
and they say what 1 out of 4 or not for the kid or not for the dad. One
Say
out
it
of
again.
four, 1 out of 4 DNA tests come back as the dad's not there. That's 25%. That's a big ass percent, man.
That's a big percent. And you
It's
want to know
huge.
something? Like 10% of that is
It's
from
higher than
married
that. It's
couples.
31%. Exactly.
20 of that 25%,
Even bigger. That's
10% of
crazy.
that is from married couples that turn out not to be their kids. Like, yeah, you gonna get me. I'm gonna give you a DNA test. I don't want you
Mm-mm.
wondering. My grandma
Mm-mm.
had blue eyes. I got brown eyes. My kids come out with blue eyes. You can be like, where them eyes come from? I'm gonna give it to you. uh-uh.
Funny as hell.
I'm not even gonna play them games. I know my kid gonna look like something else.
But
Uh-uh.
then is the marriage, is the relationship really worth saying no to a DNA test? Like, if that person is that awesome, that amazing,
No, it's
why
not.
would you just say no to
No,
ruin
it's
that
not.
awesome,
I'm
amazing
gonna be
relationship?
fussing, but no. Okay.
No, you shouldn't fuss. Mama, I don't think you should fuss.
I am. I'm fussing. Granted, I will still give it to you,
Yep, I
but
will.
but but at the same time, that little bit of doubt is what's gonna still be there with me.
Don't fuss, just make jokes and talk
No.
shit for
Yeah.
the rest of my
I,
life.
I, I
Oh
will.
yeah, remember you
I
ain't
will
trust
talk
me?
shit the
Got
rest
you,
of our
motherfucker.
marriage. Understand? I will talk shit every
We got a
In a
lot
good
more
way,
doubt to
though.
worry
In a good
about,
way,
though.
though.
but it will make me feel some type of way. So
Honest. It
Yep,
would.
But
that's
you gotta see where the men are getting this
That's
from.
what I'm trying to.
The
That's what
women,
I'm
I
trying
the
to
do.
do.
women that
I
the
But
am.
the
women
thing
that
of it
go so
is
hard
I do
about
understand where it come from. I do. I completely understand.
the women that
However,
go so hard
but
about saying,
however, I can not recognize my own feelings behind it.
yeah, but you gotta remember the
Do you
women
got
that go so hard.
sons? Like I want to know that my son.
I have
I want
two.
to.
I have two girls and a boy. My boy is 24. I have one girl that's 25, and I have another girl that's 23.
So if your son was to get anybody pregnant, you wouldn't want him to know for sure that that's his baby.
Oh no, we're
Oh,
going.
oh,
I didn't say I was against DNAs. I didn't say
oh.
that at all. What I'm
See,
saying is,
they crazy about them sons now. Y'all crazy
oh,
about them sons. My
oh
mama,
yeah,
my mama
I
love them
don't play
sons.
behind. Baby, look at here. I,
Rika, I understand you feeling some type of way about it. I understand it. I can understand you if you feel slighted. I
I
understand.
would. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna. Not saying I don't recognize what's going on here, but I would feel some type of way. I'm not gonna not recognize my own feelings just because I'm doing this just to make you happy. Because I have feelings behind that. I'm gonna recognize them,
That
and
I heard
that's
that,
why
I'm
it got to be
Shanice.
willing to
I
mandatory.
heard that.
That's why it should be mandatory. Because then
Yeah,
if there is no option and it's just automatically included in the checkup, nobody has any ill will or feelings toward anything. It'll give
right.
the man what he needs. It'll give
mhm.
and the woman won't even it won't even be an option. That's why it needs to be mandatory because then we don't have these conversations. He doesn't have to ask or he doesn't have to wonder because in the back of some men's heads, not all of them, but in the back of their heads, if a child regardless of if they look like them or not, they wondering, is that really my child? Because it's nothing that says for sure that it's the man's child outside of a DNA test. That's why it needs to be mandatory.
Right.
It don't need to be
Yep.
optional. It needs to be
It looked
That's
mandatory.
like
right.
him. If it looked like him, it could be his brother too. That don't mean that don't mean it's
Yeah,
his.
you absolutely correct.
Hmm.
Come
Hmm.
on, Maury Povich. Come on, Maury. Come
I
on,
mean,
Maury
it's
Povich.
just like
Really,
it's
this
like
though,
this. If the
really.
cops were asking y'all
We
for DNA, let's say the cops were asking everybody in here for DNA so they could rule out that you're not the unaliver, the serial unaliver they're looking for. Everybody that ain't the serial unaliver would give up their DNA, would they not? Without no problem, would they not?
That's true.
Because they're
Hmm.
not worried about being caught because they're not guilty.
That's
A
true.
person that's not guilty sleep easy at night.
That's right.
So why y'all making yourself look guilty just by saying this stance and challenging it? Somebody that's transparent wants you to look through their paperwork.
That's right.
I say, look what happened to Tory Lanez, man.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was the only one that had DNA taken, and
And
then
what
they
about
found
y'all? What
unknown
about when
DNA
y'all
on
have
the
a
gun, and
nightmare?
he still went down for the bullet.
What about when y'all have a nightmare that your man cheat on you and you wake up mad at him? That's completely illogical. You still want him to
No, I'm not having
reassure
no
you he would
nightmares.
never
That's
do that.
discernment. I'm getting up and go do another test.
that don't even mean that. Well, I mean, that don't even mean that.
That boy
I'm just
cooking.
saying you can't give
Shakira,
him. You say it's
Shakira,
gonna make you feel. You say it's gonna make you feel some type of way. Well, we feel a lot of type of ways when we had to do stuff that we don't want to do for y'all.
that's right.
Come on. And you
Hmm.
know
That's
what else?
right.
You know what else type of way it's gonna make your man feel? It's gonna make your man feel the best type of way, which is at peace, peace of mind. Ain't no more peace of mind knowing that that kid is mine.
That's
Say it
right.
that
You
way.
tell
I'm
him.
not your boy. When you
Exactly.
say it that way, okay, I get it.
You see what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a fear that women don't have to ever worry about.
Ever
So I don't.
worry, mama's baby, papa's maybe.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
means more
Right.
provision. It means
And we've
more
been worrying about
provision,
this shit
more
since the
providing.
first man, basically.
And the men, we always got to do what we don't want to do. We always got to do it to satisfy the woman. We always got to do it. That's all we got
Hmm.
to.
But
That's all we
that's
do.
not fair. That's
That's
not
all we
fair.
do. That's all we do.
We should be doing it for each other.
But y'all don't
Nobody
though.
should be happier.
And we
Well,
should
wait
be
a minute.
doing it for
But you
each
won't
other.
though.
Nobody should be happier than the other. I don't want to hear that mess. Happy wife, happy. That to me, if
Definitely.
I hear a
That's
man say
pro.
that, I'm telling you, I don't like that.
That's cap. That's
I
propaganda.
do not like that.
Happy
Happy wife,
spouse, happy.
happy house.
You can't make
Is
nobody happy.
happy.
First of
Is
all,
happy. Is happy. Is everybody's happy. I don't want to hear that
first you got a
nonsense. I
I
don't like
say
that.
happy spouse, happy house.
miserable life.
There you
Spouse
go. There you
spouse
go.
goes for man or woman. So happy
That's
spouse,
right.
happy house.
I don't want to
Shit.
hear no happy wife, happy. I don't like that. Every time I hear somebody say that, I'm just look at them like, oh, so only you matter? Oh, okay. Okay, no wonder he
That's a
looked
simp.
unhappy. He
That's a
looked
simp
stiff and
fam.
unhappy. No wonder.
That's
But
something
see,
C. Harvey would
I
say.
say things, and if I say something, I have people thinking. So that's why I don't
Come on.
normally talk that much to people in public because I have people thinking, and they be like, "Oh crap." So I don't know. Everybody needs to be happy. First off, make yourself happy. You can't make nobody else happy until you make yourself happy. But everybody should be happy in a relationship. Everybody feelings matter.
Absolutely.
Oh, you thank you. You okay? You very well one of the few million and one women that say it because women don't give a damn about men's feelings. I really believe that the modern women, don't give a damn about men's feelings. They
That's
only
not.
want me, 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 me. I watch some of these dating shows and I get little ideas. And a woman, and you know what, Kendra G, she'll ask somebody, "What do you think that'll make you? What do you would think that'll make you a good catch?" It's always, well, I can cook, I can clean, I got my own, I got this. It's never saying what they can do for that man. Never.
Thank you.
I have
Are you
never heard
listening?
not Nan. You heard me say it, not Nan woman say what I'm gonna rub this man's foots. I'm gonna do whatever I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do for him. It's always, well, I can do this, I can cook clean. That stuff you're supposed to be doing anyway. Cook clean or whatever it is. I got my own money. Okay, you grown.
Both can cook and clean. Come on,
You
Disco.
go.
Back
I'm
it up.
not cooking and cleaning. I get the hell out of
Okay,
here.
well,
I ain't
guess
doing that.
what?
Pastor,
We
I'm
both,
not cooking and cleaning.
we
I ain't
gotta
gonna
both
do it.
clean.
I
We
am
gotta
not.
both clean.
Listen, woman. Listen, woman. When you took that oath,
Toilet, if you don't do nothing
listen.
else, you
It
don't
say
clean the bathroom.
obey. It say to mind and obey. You heard what I said.
Oh, disco,
Do what I say. Do it not
disco,
as I do. You
Wait a minute
understand
He
me?
ain't
now.
trying to
disco.
hear a near not an excuse for not doing what he said to do.
Do what I do. If I say jump, goddamn it, how high?
We both work. If
I
we
I
can't
don't
both
deal
care.
with
work,
I don't
disco
we
care nothing
today.
both
about
work,
that.
we can both
I
clean, right,
cannot.
Antigua?
Listen,
If we
So is
both
listen,
full
work,
of
we
it.
can both clean.
I can't deal with disco today. I can't.
Pastor.
This
When
man,
I
If
he
we
come
I
both
home,
just
work,
cannot.
we
when I
can both
come
clean.
home, them pots better be rattling. I don't give a damn.
Then we both work, we can clean
I
and we
don't.
can
You
cook.
better. If we both work, you
I
better get
am
home
not
before I
fooling with
do.
no
You
man
better
that
get there
can't cook.
before
He
I
got
do.
to
You
be
better
able to
cut your
cook.
shift
If
short and
you
get
can't
home.
cook, that's a deal breaker
You better cut
on
your
the
shift
Kendra
short
G
and come on
show.
home. Get them pots rattling. I won't hear that. I won't hear that
Well,
foolishness.
disco, as long as you're willing to
oh
take the
Lord.
same leap.
Listen, big dog make the money in the household. You understand me?
Oh, there you go. Your
Disco
household, but not in mine.
every
That's
day.
your household,
Listen.
not necessarily mine.
Big dog make the money.
I
The
got to know that
money.
if I
You want
fall
me to make
short,
the
The
you can pull
money.
money.
through. You can come through just like I can.
You
The
want me to
money.
make the
Disco make the money.
money. You want me
Oh,
to be the
yo.
provider. You want me to make the money. So I'm gonna need you to have no pots rattling, and I'm gonna need you to have this. And I want you to be scantily clad when I get there too. You got to
Who
be
he say
scantily
scantily
clad.
clad? I'm on the
Scantily clad
Y'all
when I
know
come in
what?
the house.
Disco
I
probably
need you to be
so mild
scantily
it don't even make
clad.
sense.
I need you to be scantily clad.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
That man, they funny. I'm sorry.
I want you to be scantily clad, like my man on Baby Boy. What's his name? He's cooking with his drawers off. That's how I want you to be
Oh,
when I come home.
You up here like Melvin.
oh
You
You need
funny.
Melvin.
something to drink, baby
Yeah,
boy.
but I come home. I want you to come to the door with
Oh,
what would
shit.
turn around. I might want to kiss on the bottom of your cheeks. I might want to do that. I might want to do that when I come home. Kiss on the bottom. I don't want to hear none of that. Talking about I had a hard day. I did too. Where the pot? Where the
Bang, bang,
food at?
bang, bang.
Where the food at?
We got a
Pastor.
new speaker. Hey, me Lane.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Come
No,
on
he
in,
didn't
me
say the
I
Lane.
ain't trying to hear all that.
Eh,
I
okay.
want
How many people in here been married 41 years together? 40.
uh-oh.
not
Oh,
me. Not I. Say
Don't
the
worry,
dry
I'll
I
wait.
man.
wasn't
Not
even
I.
born.
What she
Say
say? Don't
amen.
worry, I'll
I
wait.
have. I have.
No,
Come on.
We don't roll like that. We don't roll like that. No, no, no. We don't roll like that. It don't work like that. It don't last like that. Let's put it that way. We
Okay,
both cook. We both cook. He loves to grill because he's from Kansas City,
I
and
heard
I
that.
throw
Hey,
down.
I'm from Kansas City.
That's right, Gates Barbecue, right? And
Yes.
you know, it's a partnership. We're college sweethearts. We made an agreement.
I heard that.
We made an agreement when
I,
we got married. I said, look, this is what I need. I need to get my education. I need to get my master's. I need to do whatever I need to do, start my
right,
companies. And you
right,
need to go on to school for 14 years and do what you need to do. I got
right.
you. You got me. What is this craziness I'm hearing?
Exactly.
Come on now.
And mind you, you know what? When you're done, I need you getting there. Start the pasta route. I don't care nothing about all that now. I want the
Man,
pasta
no.
route to take your
Start the
degree and
what
put it
right?
on the table. Sit it right there. She can
Start
cook
the,
with
hey,
the
I don't, let me tell you something,
what?
baby. I don't mind cooking.
You know
I don't
what?
mind cooking for my man.
I,
I don't mind
thank
baking for
you.
my man.
Thank you.
But he better not ever walk in the house and tell me to do that.
Well, that might turn you on.
No, it won't turn me on.
Yes, and we come there real
No,
slick.
it won't.
He
It
might
won't turn.
he might come in there, have his theme music on, have some theme music on, have a
No.
cigar in his hand, and say, "Baby, go on and cook them, put them pots on there for me real quick."
No, honey. No.
Why not?
What turns me on is him saying, oh,
What?
no, because you know what? If you know your man, you know what they
Okay,
want when they want
right.
it.
I
And
got you.
so I know that at a certain point, he's going to want that pound cake. He's going to want that chocolate sheet cake.
Oh,
But that's just, you know, hey, I mean, I feel like doing it. And
okay.
then he say, baby, what we ordering
I
tonight?
got you.
Order in.
I got you.
Right.
I'm just talking
It's
crazy
a partnership. I know you
because
talk crazy. I had to roll in on you.
honestly, State Farm hate for me to turn my stove on because I burn my house down every damn
Oh,
time.
Lord.
State Farm said, "Do not let Disco turn on his damn stove
Disco.
because this fool cannot cook.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can cook the food that I need to eat."
see, my husband didn't have any sisters, so his mama taught him how to cook, and his daddy taught him how to smoke meat and grill. So we never had a problem with that. He enjoys it.
Yeah,
That's his thing that he likes to do.
I get it. I mean, some men like the grill. I
Yeah,
get it.
that's how my man is. He like the
I
grill.
grill. I get it. I like to sit there and watch y'all cook. That's my
He
thing.
love to grill.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I never
Okay,
learned. I could
Hungry,
cook, but
y'all.
I
So I'm
can't
a
grill.
cook and grill and all that stuff. I love to do it. I'm from the country.
right, but here's the thing, ladies. Some days we don't want to do it, and
All
so
right.
then what?
Right.
Yeah,
Boy, then
then
we
you
will both starve to death
sit down, and he said, "Baby,
because we're going to
no,
get
no,
in there, go
no,
get some bologna sandwiches and some green Kool-Aid and sit down and watch the game and some chips and
no."
sit down.
I
And
haven't had Kool-Aid since I was 12 years old. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
green,
That's
listen, I
Disco's
got green
favorite
Kool-Aid in
Kool-Aid, the
here.
green
Back,
Kool-Aid.
back in the hood, play, tell her, back in the hood, we didn't have flavors. It was red, green,
Yeah,
orange,
yeah.
blue. We didn't have flavors.
We
I
had
got
oh
I got green in my refrigerator. I got green Kool-Aid. Green.
I got green bean potatoes.
You
Yeah.
know what? But ladies, you know what? I'm just kidding. I'm
Disco,
just
don't
kidding.
start with that green
You
Kool-Aid today.
name it.
Don't
I
start.
am just kidding. When my wife, when she didn't want to cook and I couldn't,
Mhm.
I would go grab some. I said, "Babe, go ahead and order something. I'll pick it up. Ain't no big deal.
Right,
I'll grab
right.
it. I'll grab it. Not a
But
big
see,
deal to me."
people that roll through here, they may not know you're playing, and then they're like, "Whoa," that's because there are men like that out here.
Yeah.
There really are.
Now, for
And if
me, if she wanted me to cook, this was my go-to meal right here. Don't laugh at me, y'all.
no,
I will go to Popeye's Chicken and go get a whole bunch of Popeye's chicken and give me some of that boxed macaroni and cheese and cook it. That's that. I,
I'm not mad at you.
and some of them Hawaiian rolls and eat like a
Right.
king.
And call it a day.
That's some good eating. That's some good
Don't
eating.
forget your little box of red beans and rice. You can get that in too.
Man, got some good eating.
Didn't they?
And people don't know in the morning when I come in from work, because I get off at 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and people laughed at me because I'll get, what she say? What she say?
We laugh. We're laughing at the host.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I hear you, play. You a fool, man. I would eat me scrambled eggs and grilled cheese sandwiches. Boy, that's some good eating right there in the morning when you hungry. Scrambled eggs and grilled cheese. Sound try.
I mean, whatever's quick and easy.
Anybody cooking that in the morning tomorrow? Any other ladies cooking that?
Man,
Grilled
I
cheese.
cook every day.
grilled cheese and scrambled eggs.
I've never had. Grilled
Try it.
cheese and scrambled eggs. Are you talking about like make the scrambled eggs and put it inside of a grilled
No, no,
cheese?
no, no, no. Put the scrambled eggs in one pan. Put the grilled cheese on top of the griddle, and you make your grilled cheese sandwich. And put the eggs on the side, salt and pepper, and some
Oh,
coffee or orange juice.
can't say
Drink
I've
that
ever
in the
done
morning.
that. Yeah.
That's quick. That's quick.
Yeah,
That's
scrambled eggs are
oh
quick with
man.
green peppers, onions,
You
Italian
see,
sausage
here you go.
too.
Here you go being fancy. Here you go being just
I
can't
roll.
just
It's
can't
not
be you just
fancy.
can't be right. You got to throw the peppers on there and the watermelon. We got to do all that 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to eat so I go to
Well, you
bed.
know what? But you don't want to waste your veggies, right? Because they're going to go to waste. So you just cut them up and throw
I
them
don't
in
give a damn
there.
about no veg at 5:30 in the
That's
morning.
how
I'm
it works.
tired. I cannot. You know what? I can never be homeless because I can never go to sleep
I
on an
feel
empty
you.
stomach.
Whatever.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. I gotta eat something.
Yeah, it's hard.
Gotta eat something.
Mm-mm. Well, nice to meet you,
Not, and you know what?
Disco.
What
Nice to
is the
meet you,
okay? Real
Disco.
quick. What is the? Do you guys have the? What's the word now? Gender roles in the household. Everybody does everything in your home. Is
Everybody do everything in my house. Everybody.
okay. Nothing is gender specific in your
No.
home.
Well, one thing. One,
What?
the trash.
Okay. Who take the trash out? You.
Take the trash out. Because
Who?
one is because how I hardly ever ask them to do the dishes. I normally do the dishes. So me
Okay.
asking you to do the trash, it shouldn't be no questions asked.
Okay. So
Mhm.
who takes the trash out in your home?
My either my husband or my son.
Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay.
See,
Okay,
my
I got
husband
that.
takes the trash out. I've never. My kids are gone. They're grown. So my husband's always taking the trash out.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's how it's supposed to be. So that means you okay, I got that. So
That's probably the only thing. But I have done it. I
Yeah,
mean,
me
if
too.
he's
Cause,
here or
cause the
whatever.
way my
Yeah.
garage is made, and when I come in at night, well, I'm not married anymore. So when I come in at night, now generally my son will pull it out. But if he forgets because he's a construction worker and he's tired sometimes, I'm gonna come. I'll roll in there and pull it out. But I think for the most part, my son really does pull it out. But I don't have a problem with getting the garbage out. I really don't.
If I
I don't.
had to do it that week, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But like I
Yeah.
said, I don't ask them to do the dishes. I normally do the dishes.
until you see that first big raccoon jump up out that can, you ain't taking it out there no more.
Yeah, we
You
have some
know,
out here,
Yeah, you
raccoons
see that
that
big old
they try
raccoon
to.
that come out to challenge you, you're not taking it out no more. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Home disco. I have
Uh-huh.
to greet a doggone deer. I don't get out of the car. I wake them fucking miles up. Like I'm
They're
getting
not
ready to go
gonna
off
bother
now.
you. They're not gonna bother you.
I know,
Yeah,
but I
it's a
just
possum in my
not a deer.
backyard.
I'm sorry, not a
That's a,
deer. A duck. A duck.
It's a
Cause I
Girl,
possum.
we
live on
got
the lake,
duck
and
ducks,
ain't gonna
every day
bother
this
you.
one
A
duck we.
possum not gonna bother you neither.
That possum
Oh
in my
yes,
ducks,
they will.
backyard.
deer.
I can't even get. I said tonight because I hurt my knee at work, and I was like, I'm gonna go get in the hot tub. Right, that dang old possum sitting right outside on the. I said, I will
Oh,
not.
they do.
Oh
I
my
ain't going.
God, ain't nothing but old
y'all.
I
possum.
ain't going.
The
Duck
other
ain't
No.
gonna
Who else
bother
has?
you.
Who else
Nope.
has these big old turkeys running around? Turkeys tall as
Where
me,
y'all live
mm-mm.
at?
Y'all the
running
other
around my
day.
house.
I
Got
am the
turkeys
cousin.
and mules running around. Where y'all live at?
Hey,
No, I
Disco,
have deer
Yeah, I
and
Disco.
got
turkey
deer and turkey. I eat them though.
and
But I
Deer,
got
raccoons.
deer and
raccoon, turkeys,
yes.
Y'all
gorillas.
listen. The other
I have
day I
no
was
gorillas.
the other day
What?
I was sitting on my porch and I was actually
What?
talking. I was on my porch the other day and I was actually talking to She Be Free. Y'all, a coyote ran up on me so fast the other day.
Oh,
Y'all, oh
Shakira,
my,
where you at? Where are you?
Kansas City.
Okay, yeah, they got coyotes down there.
Mm-hmm.
We just call them black folks up here.
I don't know. I ain't, baby.
That made it crazy.
You know,
We just call them black
I
folks.
don't. You know, I don't travel alone. You know, my little pew pew be with me. You know,
Okay, all right.
yeah, I don't travel alone.
And coyotes, they're becoming not afraid of people. You know
Of
that, right?
people. Mm-hmm.
They're not
Yeah, when I
afraid.
mean I ran in my house so fast, I didn't know
Right.
what was going on.
You
I didn't
know,
even see him walk across the street, none of that. By the time I even noticed him, he was already halfway in my yard.
Do they not have that law over there for y'all that for everyone you kill, you get like a little fee for it? Like
You're
everyone you
not supposed
unalive?
to, but I tell you
Oh
what,
no, South Carolina they on something crazy
it's
then.
either me or this animal, and it ain't gonna be me.
South
I'm
Carolina
I'm
on
no I'm no one's dinner like that.
South Carolina on something crazy then. Okay. Okay. Maybe we overpopulated.
We have, you know what though? It's been coyotes spotted in downtown Chicago, and I think foxes too in downtown Chicago. So, and that's heavily populated, and they've been on camera just walking down Michigan Avenue with shopping bags from Gucci. They just out shopping like everybody else. The coyote, they don't care nothing about no people. They just out walking around,
Yeah.
and it be broad daylight. So that lets you know that they're not scared of us now. They're not scared. So that's when you have to be careful. You have to watch your animals. Because luckily I have a big dog. But if you have like a little bitty dog, you let your dog out, dogs come up missing because the coyotes or the fox will get them.
That's right.
So
And
you
if
have to
you
be
live near the
careful.
water, those bald eagles will get them too.
Yep.
So you got to
Y'all know I
be,
had an eagle break in my attic about 2 years ago, and I had to leave it there because it laid eggs. And animal control told me if I touched that eagle, I was going to jail.
yeah,
Yeah.
they,
Especially if
That
it's
thing
red
yeah,
flopped
tailed.
they
around
are, they are
in my
protected.
attic. It tore down my soffit and
Yeah.
literally ducked. And it sat there and flopped. I had to buy a big speaker just to drown out the sound until they
Yeah.
laid eggs, and then till the eggs hatched, and then they came and got them all out of there. I was like, this is the worst thing ever in life.
Well, we have red-tailed hawks in our trees because we got about 2.5 acres, and the lake is down the street, literally, and they're protected. You can't do anything.
Golly.
You
Girl,
can't
wait,
mess
we
with them
all
at
the way
all.
off topic.
So,
Yeah,
We,
wait a minute. We
we
supposed to
went
talk
from
about
DNA
DNA now. Wait
testing
a
to
minute.
dropping DNA, and I
No,
talking about
we did pretty good. We did pretty good tonight.
now we in
No,
mutual
we did.
Omaha
We
Wild
definitely did.
Kingdom now. Holy,
We talking about the animal kingdom now.
it's
Oh
it's a
man.
Maylene fault. She started to come talking about she don't she talking about she don't she cooking. He better cook too. She started this foolishness.
I never said that. He better cook
He better
too.
come in. He better cook.
Never said that.
You sit
But
up there with your cigar, and
what's the DNA testing that is mandatory? Is what if you're pregnant or something?
if your
What would that
husband asks you, Maylene, how long have you and your husband been married?
41 years
Okay,
together.
so if you come up pregnant and he
It's
say,
impossible at this point.
you see, would you just roll with me? God dang it, just roll with me.
Well, let's just say it
You
was
just
10
cut
years
it
ago,
out.
15 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, you come up pregnant. He said, Maylene, baby, sweetheart, sugar, lump, lump. I need you to go take a DNA test and see if this is my child or not. What would you say to your husband of 41 years?
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh,
Okay,
I like
all
her.
right.
I mean,
Okay.
I love her.
especially the way they switching babies in hospital.
Oh,
Oh,
wait a minute,
So
fool. Wait a minute.
I
I
want to
ain't
make
thought about
sure.
that.
I make sure that's my child. Yeah.
That's why these conversations are
Yeah.
amazing.
See, my son was
Oh,
born with blue eyes, and I'm really mixed up. I mean, really mixed up. I'm from Minnesota. I got Norwegian, Italian, Irish, black, a lot of stuff. And my baby boy opened his eyes, and my husband said, "He got blue eyes." I said, "Yeah, so does my grandmother and a lot of other folks." So
Okay,
I
so
don't have a
Maylene, so
problem
what
with
do
it.
you identify as? African American?
I have one drop of black blood. I'm black.
Okay, I
that's
got you.
right, mama.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I honor my
I'm
grandmother's
sorry,
Italian
y'all. I gotta go on
heritage,
mute. He's
and
at his kitchen.
Is he
I
back there with
honor,
them? Here you go
you
again with the
know,
moosing. He
He's
back there
sleeping
sound
good
like a
tonight. He's
damn
sleeping
moose.
good.
yeah, I honor all of my heritage. Don't get me wrong, but I consider myself black.
Okay. Shakira, do you sleep with
Yeah,
earplugs and a
a
football
lot of
helmet
people
on at
don't.
night?
Man, look,
All
I
that
try.
damn noise?
it is. I nudge all night. Like, shut up.
You got
Get
to
over
take the
That
it.
man sound like a
pill.
bear. He must have worked 24 hours a day. He sleep like a damn bear. How do you do that? How do you do
I
that?
nudge all night. Some nights are better than the others.
He had to go in another room somewhere. If I was you, got to go in another room.
He
I
probably
I,
do.
do.
You had to. I'm pretty
I'll be
sure
I
you
like,
had
do.
to.
right. I'd be
I
like,
do.
sir, excuse me, get your ass up. Here's your pillow. Here's your sheet. Here's your covers. Get your funky ass in the other room. Good night.
I, I do. I do.
I,
Cause I.
I, I don't know how you do
Oh
that, sweetie.
God.
I don't.
Yeah, he been
Yeah.
going for a minute. He been going for a minute.
What?
Baby,
Okay.
just
What
you
is he
got to
working?
straighten up the pillow. It's his airway. It's just closed up a little bit.
I,
Right.
You
I
just
got
got to take the pillow and put it under his shoulder and
Why
so
his
don't you take the
head.
pillow and put it in the garage?
Oh
so
God.
actually, y'all, it has gotten a little better. He had heart surgery last week.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay. My
So
bad.
it
My
got
he get a
bad.
no,
pass
no,
then.
no.
He
You
get a
He
good. You
get a
pass.
good.
pass for that. He get a pass.
Nah. It ain't no pass. I'm tired of passing. Nah.
We
So
got to give him a pass. He
he
got some other things he dealing
he
with.
got a little. He has gotten a little better
That's good.
since the heart surgery. But y'all, yes, like I can be in the living room and hear him.
He got to get his rest. If he
Oh,
had heart surgery, that means he need a lot of rest.
he need a lot of rest.
Yeah, he got to get his strength back up.
Yes.
Somebody said he
So
got sleep apnea. Not no, not necessarily. He just snoring. Sleep apnea is stop breathing. And when you stop breathing.
he does do that too. He do that too.
Well then, yeah, he got sleep apnea.
So we supposed to go get tested. Well, we had do the sleep study again, all that stuff next week. They wanted to want to redo it after his heart surgery and stuff.
Well, shoot. Sound like to me he's sleeping good right now. He
Yeah,
don't
he's
need no
sleeping good.
test.
Let him
Yeah,
sleep.
you
We ain't
need
gonna
one if,
bother
if
him.
you
Let him sleep then. Let him get his
Let
that
that
rest.
man
breathing,
sleep.
that stopping breathing does bother. It's deprives oxygen to the brain. So you do
It
need a
does.
diagnosis for that. You do need to
Yeah.
get that checked out.
And you know, if you lose weight, it can go away.
That's right.
They,
Is he
Mm,
a
you
heavy man, Shakur? Is he a heavy
no,
guy?
nope.
Okay. All
Mm-mm.
right. Okay. Well, you know what? You being rude right now on the line with that man trying to sleep. You being rude. Go in the other room. Keith, let that man
He
snore like a bear. Let that bear sleep over there.
We gonna send prayers your way, and hopefully everything
All right. Let that
passes
bear
through.
sleep.
So that's a good thing.
Shakira, you snore too? I bet you do too.
no,
Yes, you do. How you know? You wake up and wake yourself up?
no. I do when I'm really really tired.
Yeah, that's because you be snoring too. Both of y'all been at sawing wood. Both of y'all.
They hear you.
In a snoring competition.
Right. And then
He
who the
he
loudest? Police come to
he
the door and
he
every
just
damn
woke up
thing.
talking about he heard disco. He heard you say, "Do I snore?" He gonna say she always snore.
See? 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 See?
I said
Man,
they
he was
hear
telling
you.
the truth.
He told the truth, shame the devil. Tell how I go tell the truth,
That
shame
you
the
say
devil.
the devil.
Come on,
There you
tell the
go.
truth, shame the devil.
There you go. Yes. See, so secure, you do snore.
I don't. Only when I'm really tired.
Your husband say you do. He ain't gonna lie
He
on you like that.
he always say that. He always look. He over here talking now.
You probably do
Cause
snore.
we probably woke him up.
Yeah, you should went in the other room.
Let us
Oh,
wake the man up.
right. That's real. That's rude.
Why you
Disco,
made
you
us
over
wake
here
that boy
calling him
up?
a bear.
That's better. He sound like a bear, a big old grizzly bear sleeping
if I
like
watch
he finna hibernate. But y'all something else, man.
my husband,
We had a good one tonight, y'all. I'm gonna
Yep.
go and tap out and get back in
Yep.
the morning, man.
So the
Wasn't a
bottom line,
wild night.
y'all, play. The bottom line is, there's nothing wrong with asking for a DNA test. That's the bottom line. Nothing
That's
wrong with that.
right. That's right.
And
Yeah,
that's the end
y'all
of that.
won. It's nothing wrong.
And thanks
I
to
don't
Miss
see
Hannah bringing
nothing
that topic up.
wrong.
And next
That was
week,
a
play,
good
we're
one.
gonna we're gonna talk about the money. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about the money.
yeah. We're gonna talk about that one. Once
Boy,
you
that's
come
gonna be
back in, we're
good.
gonna get that one in. You
Y'all
said
gonna be
Monday. You
pissed.
thinking Monday?
Probably no, bro. You know what, man? You want to do a Monday night? We can do a
Yeah.
Monday night. We can do a Monday night. Yeah,
Okay.
man. That's gonna piss some women. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all gonna be pissed.
So what's the topic?
We ain't gonna tell you to show up.
Oh,
She been coming up with it, so she gonna know. She
We're,
gonna guess
we're gonna talk about the money. When women,
okay.
we're gonna talk about the
Okay.
money. How
Ready
y'all come
to.
with
Come on,
these?
let's talk about the money because ain't nothing
but
funny about the money.
See, here we go.
I want the
Here we
pastor on,
go.
I want her on there.
Here
yeah,
we
she
Okay?
I
go.
gonna.
need
Don't
Yeah,
we're
she
not
gonna.
doing this. We're gonna do
I
this
need
thing
her.
right.
Yeah, we're gonna
No.
do that one Monday night. We're gonna talk about the money
Yeah.
Monday night.
All
What
right,
time
play.
do you
I'm out,
guys
brother.
normally get on here?
I need both of y'all on here.
Probably
Oh
after we
God.
gonna
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
with you,
on.
Sheree.
I'm
Don't
gonna try
worry.
to come on every day after 8.
Okay,
It's
after 8 o'clock.
yeah,
Okay.
it's better for everybody.
I
Saying
should
like,
be going home from O'Hare, but I'm just leaving now, y'all.
okay, be
No,
careful.
Yes.
Pastor.
Have safe
I want to
travels.
cry. That's how time. I'm warming up some coffee so I can make it home.
Yeah, that's gonna give you. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You gonna be up
Yes, it
all night.
is. I
Well, it's
love.
2 o'clock where I'm at, so
Oh
Oh
wow.
God. What time
Miss
is it where you
Lee,
at,
thank you
me?
for being here, and Pastor and Shakira and
Oh, no
Snow. You
problem.
already know what it is,
Love
Snow.
being with y'all.
All right, man. I'm
Love
out,
being
brother.
with you.
All right, man.
All right,
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
See y'all. Be safe out there tonight,
Okay,
tomorrow.
everybody be
Okay.
good and be safe and be blessed, and we'll
Be
talk tomorrow.
safe, please.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a semi truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray.